we can still go voice live. You guys aren't yet, because I'm scrolled way up and I can't find it because I can't see, seeing as I'm old.
Get glasses, oldie!
God damn.
It's better than our other friend who has not been able to see since he was young and still refuses to get glasses.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not going to just name check him super hard. Chris!
Oh,
he really
right!
needs glasses.
Oh, that's right. I
Um,
forgot about that.
Dude, yeah, he's like, I can't see whatever. I'm like, get glasses. He's like, I don't like glasses. I'm like, neither do I. I'm not legally allowed to drive a car without them.
Yeah.
I was the weird kid who wanted glasses and had too good of eyesight, and now I kind of need them. I'm like, I don't want to get glasses.
I prefer having my glasses over contacts. I will say that. I prefer the versatility of contacts, but I prefer that my eyes not drying out all the time and like the irritation that comes with me wearing contacts, especially when my allergies are acting
Oh,
up.
thanks for
Contacts are really
subscribing
hard.
for 6 months in a row somehow, Panda.
Yeah.
And why did you subscribe?
I don't know.
Because I don't want to deal with my ads.
You know what? That's fair.
But yeah. Anyways, so I was doing the thing that I often do, which is doom scrolling through TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. I don't remember where this came up. A thing with Reels. It could have been YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Also,
because,
for gifted subs, other people can get them now. But yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna say that's why I'm subscribed to anytime. Because I am on the history side of all of those sites, because the algorithm understands that I like history.
Wait, are
often
you
get-
telling the 2 bits part?
Yeah.
Are we voice live?
Yeah.
Oh,
said
okay.
I said you guys were voice live.
I missed that.
I often get videos on history. Anyways, so 2 bits in Spain, when they used to have coins for money a long time ago, they had a coin that you would break into 8 pieces, and they called them pieces of 8. And this is also where the term peso comes from, because peso is pieces. Anyways, 2 of those, where each of them were bits, right? 2 of those is an amount that is a quarter of a unit of currency, right? Because one of them is an eighth of unit of currency. And in America, we don't have eighth of units of currencies, right? We only have nickels, dimes, quarters, right? Because an eighth is like 17 and a half cents. We don't have one of those, or whatever it is. It's not that much. I overshot it. I can't math today. Anyways, it's 12 and a half. The point is that we don't have a 12 and a half cent piece. We do have a quarter. A quarter is 2 bits. So a shave and a haircut being 2 bits meant it cost a quarter. So there you go. A quarter was often referred to as 2 bits. So when you have 2-bit schemes, those are quarter schemes. When you have, 2-bit professionals, they're people who would cost a quarter to hire. So like the phrase 2 bits is referencing a quarter in the American vernacular, where we have all those expressions and phrases. And I did not know that until today. And now I know that because I was sitting in a car dealership for an incredibly long time, scrolling through video feeds, learning random nonsense, as one does.
And now you know, dear
Yes.
listeners.
Now everybody else also gets to know the random fact that I learned. But here's the question. In 9 years, when somebody says something randomly about 2 bits, will any of you mention this? Because I will.
I probably won't.
Doesn't leave. It just rattles around in there until somebody says the key phrase that triggers my brain to go, hey, you know this fact. Tell somebody it. Problem is I can't summon those most of the time. Somebody has to say a word that relates to the thing. Do the shave and haircut 2 bits, and then I'll go, hey, you know what? I know this thing. But it won't be in my brain until somebody does the trigger phrase.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like stories. People always want, because I have a million stories about us growing up, and I always say stuff like that. And people are like, oh, tell me any good stories. It's like, you have to say a thing that will trigger one of those stories in my brain. If not, I'll just ramble for a bit about something dumb we did, acquire a no dumping sign. I say acquire because we didn't steal it, but I also am not going to say that we just picked it up on the side of the road. Essentially is what happened, but that just sounds like we
I was
stole
gonna
it.
say, didn't you do that?
But that's not, we didn't steal it. It was just there. It was not like we walked to the side of the road and took a sign down. It was down. Anyway.
Dave, as our legal department, can you please,
Stop.
maybe
I believe statute of
away
limitations
from
on that is
incriminating
up.
us?
No, I believe statute of limitations on that is up. Oh, I did watch a really funny thing today too while I was at the thing about legal departments, where they asked actual lawyers fictional based questions about who would be liable in certain situations. So you know how, one of the jokes about like the Avengers is when you talk about that, it's like, but the Avengers also caused so much damage to New York, and they're like, the question was, who would be liable for the damage done to New York? And they went over the whole thing, and one of the lawyers who was the partner at this firm was like, I actually think if I was building a case, I would go after Odin, because he's the one who brought the Tesseract to Earth, which caused the problem, and so thus leaving it unattended is negligence, and goes through this whole thing about how it would have been his fault. And the other guy, who's just an associate, is trying to make the counter argument that only Loki would be liable, and he's like, nah, we're going after the big guns on this one. Like, Loki doesn't have any money, come on. And so they went through this, and it was really funny, and I was like, I would 100% watch a show that is lawyers arguing fantasy legal like things.
Well, there are
Great
YouTube
argument.
videos.
I ain't going after Odin for shit.
Right?
I do not
That
care.
is an entirely reasonable stance to take.
But there are like YouTube videos on the laws for Phoenix, right, and such like that. Those are pretty fascinating to watch.
I will say though, that one at least is actually like a law-based program, so that totally makes sense. This is just taking popular fictional television shows and assessing who would be liable for damages or at fault in certain scenarios, or like if you could sue Hogwarts for negligence due to deaths in the Triwizard Tournament or things like that, right? They were going over all of these kinds of cases that people often speculate about or talk about who the problem is. They're like, legally, how could we make these things stick to these people? Law is fascinating, but I would also be so bored being a lawyer, I think. Because it's just
I've been
mostly
watching stuff way dumber than that.
Oh, I've also been watching stuff way dumber than that. That trivia thing was so funny. I watched a couple more things they've done because of that. That was hilarious.
How many hammers are in a war? 40,000?
40K. Yeah, 40K. Which was just gold. Also,
okay, that is just me. Okay.
Them doing the ding off at one point was really funny because they're both trying to answer. It's like ding, and no, at the same time again, ding, and they just keep doing it until one of them finally says it faster.
Yeah, I found a channel called Magic the Noah, and he has some videos that's him running games he made up that have very odd twists and are really strange but really fucking funny. And then he did one that was like trivia, but all the answers are wrong. Except they're not just wrong, they're wrong in weird ways. Like, an example question is, how many hammers are in a war?
Yeah. They're wrong in ways that are technically correct if you kept asking a question. But like, I think the answer is wrong to the question that is asked, but if there was additional information filled in on this question, they are correct answers.
Some of them are infuriating in that they're like kind of right, but they're still not. Yeah, it was funny though. There's one where it's like, I made a board game, but there's only one space, or like he just does a bunch of weird shit, and it's all in like Paint / Photoshop.
In the trivia game, there's also a board game aspect to it where you get to move around and you get to spin on a good wheel and a bad wheel, depending on where you land. But there's also a Shadow Realm, the Shadower Realm, and the Shadowist Realm. So,
yeah, I started watching them from the first one he did, and I saw the one where that became a trope because somebody got banished to the Shadow Realm, and then someone else landed on the thing that was like, send target player to the Shadow Realm, and he goes, can I like send him deeper? And like before he finishes the question, he's already drawing another circle.
And then in the trivia game, one of the guys lands on send the player to the Shadow Realm. He's like, can it be me? Can I send me to the Shadow Realm?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the people is like way too hype about always going to the Shadow Realm, regardless how bad it is. But anyway.
Should we go face live and...
Yeah, we will. Right now we will. Yep, here it comes. Wait, nope, not yet. Hold on. The graphics are still kind of fucky. Oh, nope, that's awful. I think I just need to fix pandas and we're good.
What do you need to fix?
As he leans
so I'm in frame
to the side of the frame. Leans hard to the other side of the frame.
Yeah, for some reason, every time your frame...
He Wilson me?
Like,
I'm just like this.
Bizarrely way up too high. I think I have to fix it live because I can't get it to behave.
We'll do it live. Stop the hammering.
Oh, there we go.
Who has a hammer?
What?
What?
Oh god, that's an old bit of a news anchor
Dude,
losing
sounds
his
like a
shit
bit.
because somebody's hammering something like in the like in the floor, like there's construction on the floor above, and he can hear a hammer going when he's trying to do a news broadcast, like getting ready for a news broadcast, so he's losing his mind
Now we're going
because
face
he is the most important man in the world at that time. Yes.
He's delivering the news. Of course.
Yes.
He is.
My God.
That's like some of the ones are funny, like the everyone in McKinney is dead.
Oh god, that one's gold.
There's like a typo on the screen where he's just reading off the heat index, and one of them's like, they actually put two numbers next to each other, so it was like 111,000 something degrees.
Everyone in
And he
McKinney?
goes,
They're dead.
Everyone in McKinney is dead.
The gates of hell
What is that
opened up in
number?
McKinney.
But there's a video of that on YouTube, and there's like the person who like posted the video is obviously not affiliated with the news station or whatever, but someone replied to the video of like this dead serious comment of like, that man is stupid. How rude of him to say everyone in McKinney is dead. I live in McKinney and I'm alive and well. It was obviously just a mistake someone made, and he was too stupid to realize that wasn't the real thing. Like, they're like dead serious. And so of course the person who posted the video like pinned that comment.
Of course, you have to.
My favorite.
I was just reading it because at first I thought there was a bit, like there was a troll coming up, but it's just a paragraph of a completely serious person who's obviously never been on YouTube before.
How dare they? How dare they make a joke about the place I live? I'm 85 years old and I do not understand jokes. I am a boomer and I demand
Okay,
you explain things.
We can't assume.
Back in my
You know
day,
damn
humor
well it
funny.
was.
Anyways, I don't.
Ain't nobody who spends time on the internet gonna be.
All right, who's doing the recap?
I think it's me.
You think
If it's
I
not
will
me,
let
I'm
you-
going to volunteer for it to be me anyways. To just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Dave. All right, let's go.
All right. So we started off with Casimira and Lamia being locked in a room together, not ominously, or if ominously if you want. And they had a really solid heart-to-heart chat, I want to say, about the like changes and how Lamia is dealing with it, and that she has friends who can help her and those kind of things, because those things are important. Also, speaking of that, it's holiday season, whatever. Reach out to your friends, make sure they're okay.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Is a hard time for people. Everybody should do that.
Don't be a
anyways,
Lamia.
Double message.
Yeah, exactly. While they're doing that, Sam and I are having a chat with Clint in his office. We fill him in on everything. I say everything. We fill him in on the big hitters and the things that we feel we can talk about. We don't exactly spill all of the beans. We kind of explain some of the stuff about Mashani and working with her, and like the shards of the eye and all that stuff. We don't like explain our bird mask buddy or some of the more secretive, esoteric things that happened. We do go into pretty good detail. We talk about like Shaluvi, we talk about Vladimiri and the statues and the skeletons and troglodytes and the mine and all of those things we fill them in on. And
I believe that the Birdman is under your hat.
yes, I did use the phrase under my hat. That is true. I'm not wearing a hat, but that just fits Mashani's agents even better. It's under my hat, but I'm not wearing. It's under Aldwin's hat. Aldwin has a hat on. I don't, but he does. But yeah, so there's that. Before I guess we have this conversation, Sam decides he wants to snoop around the office and find a cane that potentially has booze in it, or a sword. He does find one with a sword, a sword that glows when people are around, apparently, which is just a glowing sword. He also almost finds a firearm, pretty sure, based off of what Clint says when he says that it wasn't loaded. But yeah, so we go through that and we talk to Clint. We just have that nice conversation about what he knows, what he can know to help us, maybe me hiring a ship later, all the good stuff. How Tressa bad, all the good stuff.
Bad in the actual
Sam also,
bad way.
What?
Bad in the actual bad way.
Oh,
Not
yes,
like,
yes.
Damn,
Just
she's bad. Like,
Just
no.
bad. I mean, she's probably both. I don't know.
Maybe both, but like,
who knows? Sam tries to flip, or successfully flips the giant coin at Miles. I was gonna say you tried to flip it. You successfully flipped it. It's just large and dangerous to do that. And they kind of have a talk. I talked to Verbrong about what he's gonna do. We fill Rahala in as well. Let's see. We make the connection, by the way, because Clint was talking about the statues all being made by the same person, and then we make that connection that Tressa is related to the person who made the statues, and that's why she's doing all this stuff, even though I think we had kind of made that connection before, but then we double made that connection and had a little bit of a revelation about it, because I specifically had been reading back over my notes and went, oh shit, and like jumped on that thing. And so then everybody else was like, and they really jumped on that. Lamia remembers that we have Whisper Steel ore, which I totally forgot was in our bag, and talks to Clint about how we can get it made into a weapon for her. And he kind of fills us in on like smiths and people who can do that, because it takes a really particular expertise, and it's like a one-shot thing. Once you forge it, it's done. You're not going to be able to like reforge it or change it or do anything like that. Because the Whisper Steel has like a spirit in each deposit. And Lamia got the armor and the halberd thing that we had found identified by Clint as well, because we hadn't really been able to get a chance to look at those and figure out what they did, figure out that kind of stuff. We took a rubbing of the coin too, because I was really interested in the fact that this coin is not like current. It's like a coin, and it has stuff that makes it look like money, but is in fact not like money you would find in Satsegia money. It's slightly different, and it looks like it was struck, which is wild because it's huge. So it was either tiny and was struck and then enlarged, or it was struck on an incredibly large die by a real big hammer, which is way more fascinating to me. And we spent way too much time on that because I don't know, we were just like, this is amazing. Let's see. We learned, Kyogi is the smith to go to about Whisper Steel. I got to talk to Volga and fill her in about all the stuff that happened with Kamal and all that, and my master. We decided that we're going to go to the Bertzag farm specifically, and go to the stone temple that's by that. Verbrong's going to come with us for that. That was my conversation with him. Lamia goes and talks to Han about Batu, and then has the shocking revelation that Han is actually working for the Dorats, which is a thing that we probably all could have put together, but none of us bothered to ask about at all. So we all kind of got a moment from that, which was pretty funny. Let's see. And then at the end, I was awoken by the sound of a cane tapping on the ground and stilted gait of my master. I awoke to see all the people who'd escaped the manor with me, and we all realize we're in the master's manor, and then blink, and I'm suddenly back in Markham Manor. And I can't quite tell if that was an illusion, a hallucination, a dream, or if it was real.
Rahala asked you where did you go?
Yes, I was gonna say it felt like there was a hand on my back that slowly pulled away, and then Rahala asked me where I went, and I believe we ended the session with me going, "Wait, I wasn't here just now," or something to that effect, because that is disturbing. And that's pretty much where it ended. I think that is all the big hits. If anybody has anything that I left out.
Did you mention that Lamia found out that Han is under House Modric employee?
Yeah.
Okay,
I said that right at the end. That I was like, we all probably could have put that together if we had bothered asking some questions earlier in the campaign, but we did not. So we all had that like shock moment. Even though you were the only one talking to him, I want to say Panda and I looked relatively shocked.
I think that's it though.
That Lamia decided to dive into 3 foot of bath.
Oh yeah, I did not mention that. You almost I was gonna say Adult Swim yourself, because does anybody remember in the early Adult Swim commercials where they're all set up like everything was at a pool, and they would have the no diving at the pool kind of bit and whatever, and there would be a bunch of old people who would just jump in a pool. So for some reason, that is what came to mind.
Flint putting the weird thing on his head that rotates.
Oh, the Iron Stone.
Yeah.
I didn't mention that because to me that was normal. But that makes sense that it would.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even write that in my notes.
Did you say that the star event has the attention of the, in my own words, white bird?
No, I didn't talk about the white thrush at all, I don't think.
The star event issue stuff is has their attention at the moment.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons we're going to jump into the Bertzag farm now, is because we feel like that the white thrush is going to be distracted enough that even though this temple was discovered like a year ago, there hopefully won't be a high presence there, so we can kind of get in and meddle around without being interfered with.
Those people know you're not supposed to go in there, so why would they go in there?
Right.
Yeah. Because law.
There's a sign right there that says no entry, and or like, authorized personnel past this point only.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Let's be honest; those artifacts belong in a museum.
Thanks, Indy. But a museum of its country of origin, right? Yeah, that was a good one. I saw that. Yeah. I said that to you, right? Yeah. Okay, that was a good one. I thought that was funny.
Sounds like anyone watching is adequately caught up. Hopefully.
Thumbs. Let's go.
Then yes, we will pick up where we left off. Rahala being a little shocked, a little afraid, wondering if you're going to have tentacles spread out of your ears or something.
God, I hope not.
Eli's last words of last session being, "Oh, that's bad."
It sounds like something I would say.
We can jump ahead a little bit, assuming probably Rahala goes and gets the others, because, that was a little scary. So she gets the other two of you in the room, and Eli, you'll hear whatever their conversation pick up again with, and he was just, I woke up and he just wasn't there for a minute, and I looked around for a bit, and doors opening. He wasn't, and then I blinked and he was there again all of a sudden. It wasn't like invisibility, it wasn't like he was just under the covers invisible or something. I went over and checked. Eli, I don't know what happened. I even used Detect Magic to see if there was something I could detect going on, and nothing.
Well, based off my previous experiences in ending up in the in-between realms with the dream realm, it's likely that I actually stepped through into the dream realm, like when that big wolf was trying to eat me.
That's not really comforting information. I don't know how you remain so calm.
It's better than... Well, it's already happened to me like twice or 3 times. I don't remember. Several times. It's better than being completely in the dark about what's going on, I suppose.
But I don't think your body's ever disappeared.
Well, we don't know that because we haven't all been looking at me while I was sleeping. That one time Sam woke me up, but the other times, no one was around to check on if I was there while I was asleep or not. Because you were all asleep.
True.
What we could start doing is we could start putting like a couple coins on your like chest when you go to sleep, and if you disappear, the coins will fall like through and they'll land on your mattress. And like
he flails,
when you wake up,
will get hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about you, but I don't sleep still. I rotate a lot in my sleep. I look a lot like a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, we used to do
Mommy
that during the
strolling.
winter.
And wipe
you
your
eat raw
mouth.
food, remember?
Phrase.
An unrotisseried chicken. Reverse that chicken. Make it raw.
Turn it the other way.
Unwind it.
That works.
Unwind the cooking time.
Yeah.
Unwind that rotisserie chicken.
So I guess now we gotta keep an eye out on that.
Yeah. So this time though, I was only there briefly, and Aldwin wasn't there, or at least I didn't see him. The last couple times I've gone to the Dreamy Realm place, he and I have been able to chat, and he's been around. This time I didn't see him, but I did see a whole bunch of other people that I know from my past who seemed like they might also have been there, but they could have also been figments of my imagination. I know how to fix this. Hold on, and I just like run off.
Ugh. It's too late at night to deal with this.
He's gone.
This would be in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this would be in the morning.
Let me go ahead and give me my points so I can use my spear ability successfully.
I'm gonna go find Volga and ask her if she had the same dream that I had.
Okay, so you go out and you're looking around. There's people like getting breakfast and stuff. You actually don't see her.
I'll start asking around then.
So you ask someone, where Volga is, that kind of thing, and someone just says, she's not feeling well today, so we're going to let her rest.
Okay, cool. Could you still point me in her direction? This is incredibly important, like life or death stuff.
Yeah. I know you guys go back or something. She said you guys are friends.
Yes.
So I guess it's okay. Yeah, if you like walk out, then he just kind of points to you. There's like a few different little like, not houses, more like huts and shacks and things, that are kind of around like the rear of the property where some of the people that just like live out there and work out there. He points you to the correct one.
Cool. I will go that way quickly. With rapidity.
Race over that direction. Is anyone else trying to figure out where he's going and follow him, or are you guys just letting him do his thing?
Lamia would, because hey, he talked about. Rahala said he disappeared. So what if he accidentally disappears again?
He hurries out of the room. You shortly follow him. You gotta get your shoes or whatever on really quick. And you're able to kind of keep up. He's like about halfway across the grounds by the time you get outside.
Okay.
But you're able to follow him. Eli, you'll get to the little hut before you even know Lamia is there. She's like way behind you. You knock. Someone you don't recognize opens the door. Just a kind of an older Vishtanya woman. Just, good morning.
Hi, I need to talk to Volga really quick. This is incredibly important.
Okay, who are you?
I'm Eli. Seif.
Okay. I think I remember your name. You're one of the guests you went to the thing you had, like, you're Clint's guest, yes?
Right, yes, that's correct.
Volga, Eli is here. Okay, let him in. Okay, you can come in. It's a little messy right now. She like steps out. Place looks fine.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a whole lot of stuff. There's like a little table. You can see that there's basically like a living space, a very small kitchen, and then what appears to be like one bedroom. And you can see the door onto the bedroom is like partially opened. And Volga kind of peers around and it just like motions you over really quickly.
Hey, did you have a weird dream?
I did. I was at the manor again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully it wasn't the same dream I had, but I guess it was. Did you see me in that dream?
I did.
And everybody else too, right?
Yes, everyone was there.
Okay.
And I could hear... What the fuck was that?
Were you here when you woke up? I mean, you were here when you woke up. Let me rephrase that. Were you here when you were asleep? Did you disappear at any point during the night?
I don't know.
Because I apparently did disappear.
Shit. That's... He's pulling us back somehow. That has to be what's happening. He's trying to get us back into that house. But how does this happen? I was never an apprentice like you. I don't understand these things.
I don't understand right now either, but I think it has something to do with my personal connection to the plane of shadows and dream realm and all that stuff. But that's a theory I'm working on. I don't really have an answer.
If it happens again, what if it's longer?
Well, we're going to have to do something because it's not going to fix itself. I don't think.
Could we be being tricked? Could it be like a shared hallucination type thing? Maybe we're all seeing it. Maybe we're not all really there. Maybe
I mean, it definitely could be. It could also be that we're not there, but we're in a hallucination of there, or an image built of there, or a projection of it on a different plane. I'm not super good with planes, I'll be honest. They're a little outside of my realm of knowledge. I know it a little bit, but not very much. But because I physically wasn't in my bed last night, I'm concerned that we are physically being transported somewhere, somehow.
Is there a way to stop that?
Oh, that's a great question. There might be some magics, I might be able to ask Clint, that can tie us directly to this plane. There are like planar anchors and things like that. But I don't know if he has any, and I definitely don't know how to make any.
I see. What should I do?
Well, for right now, staying calm, that's the best thing we can do, I think. And the second thing is probably to come up with some sort of plan in your own mind what you're going to do when we get there. Whether it's to look to me and check so that we're all on the same thing here, whether it's come up with a code word, whether it's to try and chat to the others. Like, we need to have some kind of thought process and plan for what's going to happen if this does occur again. Then try and go to sleep with something that is good for stabbing and see if that works too. I don't know if it comes with you or not. But we weren't there long enough in the dream for me to like get a good assessment of what I did and didn't have.
Right. Okay. Hopefully it's not very long if it happens again, and I just will try to observe as much as I can then. And find a weapon.
I'm going to talk to Clint about it today, but we're supposed to start traveling again soon. So it's also possible that me being at a farther proximity from you lessens the effect.
Maybe? Well, what if it makes it more powerful for you?
I don't have an answer for that, but that's what experimentation is for.
Well, I can't stop you, so look, just please, you're very smart, Eli. Use your brain if you get there, and I mean to keep yourself safe, not for discovery, at least until you know more otherwise. Don't be risky.
No promises. I'm going to use my brain to keep myself safe, that I can promise, but there might be risks involved in said usage. Because it might be the only thing that works.
Can I threaten a better deal out of you?
Possibly, but I can, at least at present, I think I can outrun you today. But I don't, maybe not tomorrow. Always the most spry.
I'll take it. Pats you on the cheek.
Yeah.
Be safe.
I will. I'm going to go talk to Clint and see if he has any kind of device or magical enchantment thingy, scroll, whatever, because he's got tons of bits and bobs here that will help.
Give me a quick perception check.
Totes.
And Snell Pole will be going up, guys.
Perception. I'm going to have to refresh Roll20 again. It's doing that thing where the whole screen is just white.
Oh, dirty 20.
Cool.
Oh, excuse me. So, as you're wrapping up that conversation, you'll notice, for someone who's supposed to be like at home sick today, she's fully dressed. I don't mean like you were expecting to see her undressed or whatever. Just that like she looks like she's dressed to like go out into the town or whatever else.
Not house clothes. Like when most of us are sick or like me right now, where I'm wearing sweatpants in a hoodie that I would never go outside in.
Walk around outside or something else like that, and then you see she kind of, as you're about to leave, she says, "I think I'm just going to go back to work." And she pushes with her foot. You can see what looks like a completely secured travel pack. She just like pushes it under her bed.
Were you planning on going somewhere?
I have a particular reaction when I panic.
I totally get it. If flight wasn't what we all kind of defaulted to, I don't think we would have gotten as far as we did, right? But I think where you are now is the safest place you can be.
You're probably right. I'll try to be calm. Get out of here. You have important things to do.
All right. Take it and take the day. You already took it. Take the day.
It's easier if I'm busy.
Sure.
You do see that there's that maybe I will kind of look at her as you're leaving.
I, as a person who lives in a capitalist society currently, have this overwhelming desire to be like, nah, fuck the man, but I like Clint, so no.
So you head out. The older woman says bye and offers you some tea and some other things. You can take it or whatever. Either way you leave.
I will politely decline because I'm in a hurry. But
as you're leaving, you almost run right into Lami.
Hi. Did something happen? Do you need something?
No, I was just making sure
you eat a chicken.
I already have a chicken. I just haven't eaten it yet. But
okay. I'm just checking. So defensive.
Gee, I wonder why. No, I was just checking you didn't disappear again.
It only happens when I'm asleep.
Does
I don't
it?
have narcolepsy
We don't
yet.
know.
That's true. We don't. Let me put it this way. Yeah, that would be so much. It's only happened so far while I'm asleep. And
we weren't asleep when we got taken by to the nightmare realm.
I was. But also not to be what's the word I want? Because I don't want to say rude because that's not what I'm being. But if I disappeared, what are we gonna do about it? I think you're on the right track of following me, I guess, to make sure if it happened, we know. But we need to come up with some sort of thing to do because, no offense, you're not really able to magically get me from there. I'm not. I don't even know what to do. So I'm not trying to be rude, promise. But I mean, we need to have an idea. I'm going to go talk to Clint. You want to come with me? I'm going to ask him questions.
I intend. Actually, you know what? And I'm going to go eat my chicken.
Okay. When you're done, I'll probably be in the study or wherever Clint is.
Okay.
Is Sam just eating breakfast while
Sam just having the most normal fucking morning of all time.
Everybody left, so.
Yeah, like everyone else is eating that's at the house, so.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it didn't seem like it's important for me to go, personally.
You have very nice breakfast. You get to kind of rub elbows a little bit more with Miles and Nomala and Clint a little bit.
How indecent.
I didn't say needs. Anyway,
rubbing elbows.
But
you come from that age where ankles are sexy.
Yeah,
the elbow skin is called the weenus.
Be sure to moisturize your weenus.
And tea and some coffee and all sorts of good shit. When finally the other two get back in, you're pretty much done eating by that time. Probably just kind of maybe having a little bit of small talk or whatever at that point. Everyone else seems to be going off to do whatever they're going to be doing during the day.
Making a, like stack cards up to make a tower or the house cards type thing. I'm doing that with toast.
Making a toast tower.
Run by. So give me a dexterity check to see how high you stacked your toast tower.
Oh boy. Ooh.
So you've gotten it. You've gotten it stacked pretty high, even though it's like you can tell it's a little bit unstable. Some of the pieces of bread are like maybe they got like folded or something like that, so they're not all the way straight. But you've got it going pretty good until these two fucking elephants go tromping through the hallway, and like it shakes a little bit, the whole thing fucking collapses.
Hand a piece of toast to Straw Hog.
Oh yeah,
he's a bird. It's bread. I'm sure it works.
He's 100% about it. Like as a primarily carnivorous diet, on a hawk. At first, there's that like, man, what is this? This isn't a rodent or a bug. Like, what is this shit? But like, you notice after that piece, he's like staring at the rest of the toast. Just that shit was kind of good though. But yeah. So the other two of you race off. You're able to find Clint. He is in the study at the moment. He's got like a few kind of books stacked up, and he's got some papers. It looks like he's like in the middle of writing something. But come in and says, "Yep, what can I help y'all with?"
Well, I've got some questions about magic-y stuff. Planar transportation, to be specific, and how to prevent it from happening to me against my will, and other people.
Came up with an urgent question just overnight.
Well, yes, in fact, it's about a thing that happened overnight.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, I'll bite. What exactly happened?
Well, I was having a dream that I was in a place that wasn't here. And then I woke up and it was like, oh, that was weird. But then I was told that I, in fact, was not here. That I discorporated. I wasn't invisible. I wasn't just like hiding. I was not where I originally was. And then all of a sudden, I was back. So the only thing I can think of is several times through dreaming, I've kind of walked through the dreamy realms and maybe like connected to the plane of shadows a bit, is that I was transported there somehow, and then when I awoke, I was plopped back here. I would like to prevent that from occurring if possible.
That may be a little bit beyond my specific magical expertise. It definitely sounds plane related, but to be swapping on over from your home plane to another one, that's an odd thing. That sounds a little like a curse of some kind, or some active effort on the part of another party. Definitely nothing here in the manor's going to be doing that.
Right.
I assume you're native to this plane.
So yes, but with a caveat. I am native to this plane. I gesture to Aldwin. He's not. And we're kind of attached.
It's an interesting set of circumstances. Well, your case gets curiouser and curiouser, Mr. Wasif, I must say. You're kind of half in, half out, it sounds like. So, it still would mean that you, it is insofar as you are yourself, physical body, the animus, the soul, all of that is bound here, it seems. I've seen so far no real evidence to the contrary.
Neither have I, but stranger things have happened to me.
I do have an apparatus that may help you with that problem. Unfortunately, it does not belong to me. It is on loan. The man that it is on loan from, I would like to refer you to. Unfortunately, he's in Gurga. And he's been stuck there for some time. He's all the way over in Sale, which is just outside the border, relatively. But he's probably not coming over anytime soon. He's a rather prolific scholar in the arcane ways. He's got some decent magical talent himself, but he knows more than he can do. More of a coach than a player, if you understand. But he's talented. He's got the eye for it. This was something of his, so I can hand it over to you. However, there is a cost.
Okay.
It does not belong to me. What it will do, it used to be used by. He pulls out what looks like this little brooch. It's shaped like a star, with like in between, like in the center of it, there seems to be like smaller and smaller little stars that's coalescing down into like a very fine point. This is it's used by the Fodero when we're inspecting certain areas where the area between certain transitive planes and the material is thinner. It keeps you bound to your native plane.
Okay.
Now, there's a weakness to it. You do end up in a different plane for a certain amount of time. This will allow you to acclimate to that place for a few hours without suffering ill effects. Say you end up in the plane of fire, you don't just burn to a crisp in an instant.
Well, that's nifty.
But it will cause the energy in the brooch itself to eventually attune to that plane.
Ah.
So you would have to discard it so that you can get yourself out. So just be careful if you go planes hopping. I wouldn't advise that, by the way. They're still very there's a lot we don't know about them. But, I mean, I don't mind paying for part of it. If you want to part with about 200 pieces, this will be yours.
Yeah, that's seems totally reasonable to me. I've picked up the gold that you were going to give us. I'll just take that out of that before I got to leave, because I didn't figure I needed to pick that gold up until we left. So
that's fine.
I'll
send for it. I'll let them know.
Excellent. This is I know this is a strange question. This is the only one you've got.
Well, considering it's not mine, yes.
Right. Okay. Also, this is going to be a weird question. So the place I was in my dream was in Gurga. So could you give me this bloke's name in case I just wake up in Gurga one day and can't get back across?
Absolutely. Yeah, I can. I'm gonna give me a minute, and I'll write you a letter to him, and his name will be on it, of course. He hands you the brooch.
Excellent.
It is called the Brooch of Homeward Binding.
That's the wrong thing I just opened. Oh, that's why. Because I had to refresh Roll20.
It will passively keep you bound to your native plane, and it will give you a +4 against any saving throw that tries to remove you from this plane.
Cool.
And then for that secondary piece, it will protect you from the environmental hazards of planes you're not native to for 2 hours.
Okay.
After that point, the primary effect is destroyed.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's pretty quick, him writing this little letter.
Awesome.
Throws it in an envelope, hands it to you, and just says, it's just a letter of referral. His name's Galden.
Right.
Emmerich Galden.
Excellent.
There
Thanks. Or should I say cheers? I spelled that almost perfectly. I just put an A in as the last vowel in Golden, but I got Emmerich right.
Nice.
So. Anyways, there we go. Okay, so great. Excellent. I've got a little like a passing knowledge about planar logistics. But do you have any like books or anything that could help me bone up and hopefully figure out stuff about these weird things that keep happening to me where I keep walking into planes I'm not from?
Nothing in here is going to help with that, unfortunately. Most of the stuff in here is basics or little bits of information about other planes, but it's not really about the transition between each. It's more the properties.
Makes sense. Okay. With short for asking. Well, so far the effect only seems to happen when I'm asleep, but it also looks like it's been occurring to other people, which is worrisome as well. Do we know of any ways that it could link multiple people together for this kind of thing to happen?
I would say you have to have something in common, something. A linchpin.
Shared traumatic experiences?
Well, that could absolutely do it, especially because the plane of dreams, as it were, is a transitive plane, meaning that things move across it typically. It sort of touches and meshes with a whole lot of different other ones. A lot of things touch it. So a lot of things can appear in it. Now, generally, your physical body can't typically exist in there. I mean, there's ways to do that that are dangerous. But, I mean, I could see in theory there being a way to put your whole self there and walk around, do other things, and then come back somewhere else.
Okay, sorry. My brain is like, I'm doing that thing where both my player brain and my character brain are going like this because I'm using information I know as a player going, oh shit, but I'm trying to stay on track as a character and not over extrapolate.
Yeah, I can see the.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just really trying to stick to Eli's gears here and not use mine. So what you're saying is you could essentially like location hop through there?
Potentially. Though the logistics of so you could move across, say, like the plane of shadow, right? Mm-hmm. We know a little bit more about what moving across there is like. You move a lot further there than you do here, but as far as the dreamlands, I don't really know. I don't know who knows either, to be completely honest with you. Likely they're all the way in the Caliphate, whoever it is.
Man, you know who I wish I had right now? Shaluvi. Anyways, well, the man who called himself that, because I feel like he would know that, or the actual Shaluvi from the story. He might also know.
I mean, talk about plane hoppers. That, yeah.
Right, that's the whole premise of the stories. Okay, well, thank you for your assistance. I've got to chat to my team and my group. See what's going on. I think we might be leaving today or tomorrow. I got to double check with them because I know I told you I was going to tell you before we left.
I suppose this is it. I just mean more come say goodbye before
right,
we get
yes,
out.
That too.
I'll
we'll
still
definitely
be
do
in town
that.
the next few days, so I got a little bit of work that's actually come across my desk, so I may be out of town soon myself.
All right. Well, do obviously keep in touch. We'll do the same as best we can.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I've done this stuff for a long time, trust me.
As soon as I leave, I'm going to start sprinting back to Arbor and be like, Rahala! Like at the top of my lungs, because now I've got like a weird plan.
You're a bunch of stuff fault. Lots! Yes, I'm still here, Eli.
Like skid to a stop. I'm like, okay, so he gave me a thing. It might be able to anchor me, but we might have to do some tests, of observational tests. Like, I might need to sleep with this thing on and see if I go, but then we're going to need to see there were other people there, and we're going to need to see if me being anchored here prevents them from being transported as well.
Oh, okay. So you think you're like a catalyst for this whole thing?
Right, potentially. I don't know a lot, but what Clint said is that the plane of dreams is a transitive plane. And if I'm the thing that's allowing us to physically move through that, if we remove me from that, then hopefully they won't physically go anywhere.
Right. Okay. I don't know, just the way you put it made it sound a lot more dangerous, so I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
I have no idea if this will work, and I could potentially be trapped in another location because, from what Clint said, it is possible that I could start here and end somewhere physically else. So...
Right. I don't have the magical chops to do things like locate object and
I pretty much just need you to
sort of thing.
Take notes and watch me. I don't really either, but I do have a keen sense of how not to get lost in places, generally. Not like outside places, like magic places. Outside places, I'm kind of not good. And that's what Sam's for. I like smack Sam as you're still trying to stack toast. I don't know. Like...
Yeah. I don't know, y'all are missing breakfast though, so.
Excuse me.
Or if we could like I don't know, tie a ribbon around you and like post it into the ground.
I mean,
way,
look,
like,
I'm willing to try just about anything at this point.
I don't know. But yeah.
But also, I want to see if I can do this, if I can figure out how to make it work to my advantage, where then we can traverse areas using my ability to sleep.
Sleepwalking?
No, yes, but no. Spectrally sleepwalking, astrally sleepwalking through planar locations, based off of my incredibly limited knowledge, Clint's incredibly limited knowledge, and my desire to do sketchy things.
Suppose it's worth a try. I mean, we have to do something. And if that thing he gave you does actually help, good. Are we going to be trying that tonight? Do you actually think it'll happen again that quickly?
No. I just am now going to have to set up where, you know how normally we do like a watch to make sure bad guys don't happen. So you and I are going to have to be on a separate thing where I'm awake, you get to sleep, and when I'm asleep, you're probably going to have to make sure I'm still in one place for part of it, and then Sam will probably have to take another part of it, and then Lamia doesn't sleep anymore. I mean, that's not true. She does, but she's got her own sleep problems, so we're going to have to also work that in. I'm not trying to run into that wolf again.
Alright, so then the second question, are we staying here again? Are you wanting to set out? And also, third question, am I going to the Butsag, or did you want me to go back to Saikan?
Well,
I haven't checked in a while.
I was going to suggest that you go back to Saikan probably because it's significantly less potentially hazardous. However, with new developments, I think sticking together is probably the best thing to do. Also, Verbrong's coming. We get the whole gang together as much as we can anyways.
I mean, I suppose that's good. I mean, I do love Verbrong, and that sounded sarcastic. It's not. He's delightful. But alright. I suppose I'll go along then. Don't delight in the idea of being back on the road in this rainy fucking Miserland, but we deal with what we have.
Precisely. Now, I I guess we do have to get the consensus of everybody else. Hopefully, Lamia's finished with breakfast. Sam, are you done eating? I'm like picking up toast and putting it in my pockets at this point. Like, I'll eat in a minute.
I've cut like on the flats of toast. I've cut like slots out, and I'm trying to slot them together to make a more rigid,
Trying to build
like wood, like usually like wood joining process for toast.
You're gonna create Lincoln Logs out of crust from toast. That's Samuel I lived bitch Goodbean, inventor of the Lincoln Log. Okay,
Y'all got Lincoln Logs?
Log.
Y'all had a privileged childhood. When I grew up, they just gave me old pizza crusts, and I had to pretend they were Lincoln Logs. I had to fight the rats for the pizza crusts.
He's like, "Whoa, are you gonna eat that?"
It's the most fucking. That's the most. I had to walk uphill both ways in the snow. Fucking thing I've ever heard you say. I think.
Yeah, we used them to make pizza crust houses. We didn't have gingerbread, so we did that at night. The rats like to live in there.
Oh, thanks, Ellie, for the sub.
Yeah, thanks.
There are now several children marveling at your toast structure.
Guys, I'm just gonna say
They seem
now,
like they want to eat it, but
because I'm gonna forget later that this is stars right here. Sam's toast structure is a star.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it in the Discord.
A feat of engineering.
Everybody should join our Discord. It's a lot of fun. You get to learn about toast structures, apparently.
Toast structure.
Oh my god.
I wonder what the biggest toast tower is.
I
It's
don't
gotta
know,
be up
but
there.
I'm done.
Anyway, back to
all the time
sorry.
at the beginning of the thing. That's more what I was trying to. I was trying to hand it off to somebody else.
No, hydrate.
People always tell me to hydrate right after I finish all my water. I will be back, I guess.
I didn't bring my water out here because I'm a fool, but I'll drink tea.
Hey,
Aloe vera for me.
you need to get some of that basil seed drink. That's the new hotness. Aloe vera, that's all yesterday.
The Guinness Book of World Records, the largest toast structure was 2.233 meters or 7 feet, 3.91 inches long.
Nice.
And it was 4 feet wide, 4 feet 6 inches wide, and it was 7 feet 2.5 inches tall. So there you go.
It's pretty tall.
Toast structure.
Not as big as I thought it was going to be. I thought sure it was going to be breaking like the 10-foot mark.
I mean, it's kind of hard to break 10-foot marks on like someone building something.
Yeah,
because...
it was created in China, by the way.
Yeah.
In March of 2014.
Because there's not many 10 feet tall people.
I mean,
well, that's what ladders are for.
Yeah, what you do is you make a step stool out of toast to stand on.
All right. What are you fools going to be doing now that I've run back in here and asked if we're leaving?
I think I need to see if I get caught by anybody.
Sorry. This is a question to Ellie in chat. There's a place called Salad and Go in OKC that has lemonade with basil in it. Now, are you talking about basil the herb, or are you talking about basil seed? The delicious gelatin, makes me feel like I'm drinking frog spawn. Like I'm slurping down a whole bunch of tadpoles.
Ah, yes, because that's the logical
herb.
place to go, is drinking tadpoles.
Hey, sometimes you gotta pretend that you're a caveman and you've had a long, unsuccessful hunt, and you bend down to get a drink of water, and you just, just slurp up some, chunky water.
Ellie did answer you. It's the herb.
I do not like the phrase chunky water
at all.
I mean, that's what my aloe vera tastes like.
Yeah. It sounds like somebody trying to describe a slushy poorly.
Ellie, if you want to try it, in the supermarket, I find it next to like the stuff that has like the coconut particles in it or aloe vera stuff in it. It's right next to that stuff usually.
Okay, so ignore the children asking about your toast structure. But
Sorry,
what do you guys do?
So rude.
No, I let them devour it. So
then they like you.
Yes.
They do try to build on it first. They're fucking awful at it. And you've been getting away with this just by virtue of, I don't know, being an adult and not doing anything super crazy. But like as soon as they start fucking with it, and because they're loud and rambunctious, some of the other like adult stuff are like, "What are you? Hey, quit playing with your food!" And so that they have to sit down and eat it. But they're now childrened off to the side of you, no longer your responsibility.
Yes.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Do I safely eat my chicken?
Do you?
I'd like to think I do.
But do you?
Doubt.
That's my question. Do you safely eat your chicken?
Now, when you
look
say
out for
safe, do you
bones?
mean food and safety temperature standard of safe? Because no, you're eating raw
Oh,
chicken.
no,
That
yeah,
is
no,
not
I'm
advisable.
eating it raw.
Please, everybody cook your chicken to at least 160 degrees to kill
Yes.
bacteria.
Do not.
Don't lamia it up.
Yeah, don't lamia. There's a
Wait,
lot
you'll
of
never
don't
had rare
lamia
chicken?
this video.
Uh,
Yeah, I get it butchered and eat it.
You go to the butcher and have
Yep.
them do the thing.
Kill it for me.
Okay. Yeah, you get over there and they're just like, "Are you feeding the family or something? You keep coming in here with stuff to butcher." Usually these last couple of days, if you add some rice or you got something else to go with them, as he's working.
Yeah, everyone's just hungry for the meat. Rice just doesn't feel good right now.
Sorry, pandas. Chuckle in the background got me.
Yeah, you say that you can't quite read the look on his face, but he keeps working because he's a professional. Also, roll me a bluff check.
Okay. Always bluff that gets me. Okay, no.
He's more thrown off by the phrasing of what you said that he's just like, "I'm just gonna get this lady out of here." I don't know what that means. I'm married, and this is just weird. So he butchers the chicken. He's just like, "Well, if you need anything else, just we're here." Hands you it all wrapped up.
Awesome, thank you.
Cool.
And Lamia flees the scene to eat the meat.
Going to an alley again?
Yep,
Okay.
it's worked so far.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Yes, it's worked so far. The
Okay,
always the impenetrable logic of that defense, the always applicable phrase. Oh.
Yeah, you do safely eat your chicken.
Okay. Then I guess I'll get back and be like, okay, so either the plan is to go or to stay one more days. Is that what I understood?
Yeah, I mean, I figured I'd put it to the group. My personal vote, I think, is that we just shove off, because I'd like to get to the Stone Temple faster rather than slower, especially with all the weird occurrences going on. I feel like the quicker we can get to the bottom of this, the better. But you all are coming too, so I feel like you get a say.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Sam, are you okay with trying to hunt for food every day?
At some point, we're just gonna have to get you a cage filled with doves or something for you to just keep on your journeys, because I don't know, we're not gonna always be able to find game, is the thing. Also, a whole chicken's a lot for one person to eat every day.
Yeah, but it really only lasts a day.
Yeah. Have you tried fish yet?
No, I haven't.
I mean, it's basically a vegetable, but I mean,
It's just a wet vegetable. Thank you for
Fishes is meat too.
no, I'll find what about bug? Have you tried eating a grub or
No, but I don't think that has meat.
I mean,
Or
they're
It's technically
living creatures, so
yeah, it's a living creature. It's an organism.
I mean, I'll try it, but I don't.
You
Yeah.
get the really
We'll
fat
test some stuff. Yeah.
ground grubs too, the real big juicy ones.
Once it turns into one of them, with all the wetness around here, I bet they're eating all kinds of decomposed wood and whatnot. Big old beetle come out of the ground. No, we'll find you some stuff while we're out there. We can test.
But how do you feel about potentially leaving today?
Oh, I'm fine. It's kind of. Thinking about the job coming up, But I got nothing going on, so yeah.
Was there a different job?
No, I mean the going to the farm. Yeah, like
Okay.
I mean that's the job. I mean, right? I don't know. It's still the same job, but yeah.
Going to a farm is always work. There's always something that has to be done, right? But yes, okay, cool. Then we'll gather our compatriots, make sure we've got all our stuff, and see if we can head off today or if we do need the extra time. But I guess we all consented to the sooner the better.
All right, cool. You guys prepare to head out. It doesn't take you super long. I mean, you probably didn't like completely unpack once you got back or anything like that because you need to be leaving soon. But yeah, you're able to pretty easily get all your stuff together and whatnot. It's probably not even quite midday by the time you're ready to head out. At a comfortable pace, since you're not. I assume you guys aren't really like rushing. You take the occasional break and talk to someone or take a walk out in the courtyard or whatever for a minute. And did I forget anything? Nah. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and get some lunch or whatever the hell. Right.
Right.
Not having to hurry. But eventually, it's it's pretty clear you're ready to leave at this point. Any extra time is just because you're procrastinating. So,
as one does.
But just to press that a bit, you are in a nice place. It's not even just being at the manor, especially now, having come back from other places and whatnot. You kind of can get the sense that Shonda's a pretty nice city. It's not huge. It's not quite as bustling as Saigon. You don't know what the capital looks like. I don't think any of you have been there. But it's not like a massive city, but it's got a decent population. The people are nice. It smells nice. They let you eat raw chicken in the alley. It's a pretty nice place to be. But you round up, you get your aminals, and you start heading down the road, I assume?
We make sure to say goodbye to Clint first.
Yeah.
And anybody else, if they want to say goodbye to people. I'm also going to say goodbye to Volga and quickly explain that hopefully this will anchor me and that won't pull her. But if something does happen, that at night, again, to look for me in the dream.
Yeah. Okay.
That Lamia is going to drop down the property prices eating freaking raw chicken in the alleys. Oh, that's a raw chicken eating city.
Hey, as far as I know, only one person potentially caught me, but they decided, nah, fuck this. As far as I know.
They got some lady out there eating raw chicken, man. I don't know.
She gets a raw chicken every day. Why does she order get 2 a day? Why does she I don't get it. It's just not very efficient. No.
Are we going to bring any livestock with us? Speaking of that, is that going to be part of our preparation, Lamia? Are you going to grab
No, that's why I asked if Sam was good with hunting every day.
To buy a bigger
I was going to say, you might as well take a chicken for the road, right?
Yeah.
I'll say that in Twitter.
One silver for the butcher, by the way.
Yeah. So,
thank you.
You might as well just take a chicken for the road.
So in character, Lamia doesn't want to kill it.
Okay, but Sam lived on a farm. I don't think he'll have a problem wringing a chicken's neck.
You crank it.
I don't want to do it either, but I'm saying that Sam, I'm not that I'm volunteering you, Sam. I'm just making a base statement that there are several people here who would probably voluntarily assist you in this. It's not something I would prefer to do, but push comes to shove. If you feel incredibly uncomfortable doing it, like, got a knife.
Also, just so, if this informs the character decision or not, it's probably not something you're unfamiliar with, seeing as you're kind of a country bumpkin also. You weren't on a farm, but that doesn't mean you never watched your grandma probably had to butcher a couple of chickens or do whatever, because that's where your food came from.
The reason Lamia's hesitant, because she doesn't know if that will just awaken the urge and kind of take over, you know? So she's hesitant for that reason.
Yeah, there are other people around who will
urge.
gladly assist you by killing a chicken.
The church.
Church.
Chicken urge. The urge to kill all the chickens.
Okay, as long as someone else is okay with killing it, yeah, I'll go buy another chicken for tomorrow.
Okay.
Gold.
Just don't let the chicken around me, because I will accidentally name it. And then I won't let you kill it. So
Yeah.
Murder the chicken.
That's my issue.
Prior to me getting to know the chicken. Yes, that's the plan.
Alright, I spent that gold and
I don't even like
deposit
chickens.
chicken.
I just form bonds with things quickly.
So how are you transporting this chicken? You get like a cage, you just like stuff it in a bag. Yeah. Because you don't want to kill it, obviously, but it's not going to just follow you. That's not how
definitely
that's not the channel chickens are on, man.
No.
I like to cast Channel Chicken. I go around and I walk around a field and I peck at shit for an hour.
To be a totally cool and normal person, I will buy a cage for it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. You buy
Get
a
harness.
small cage.
Although
chicken,
that'll come in
tie it
handy
to a
in the future
saddlebag or
too,
something.
because then Sam can hunt for 2 days worth of food, right? If we have the cage. You can eat something one day and then store whatever you can eat the next day in the cage. So that way, if we do run into an area like Sam said where there's no game, you'll at least be able to hopefully have something.
Store some live food in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a fucking set price for these.
Just do like 2 copper.
No, I'm looking. Hold on.
Okay.
Secure portable enclosure to hold creatures, generally animals, but large enough cage can hold anything. So we're looking for a cage that is. I think chickens are small.
Mm-hmm.
They might be tiny, actually.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
They might be tiny, but
They're probably tiny.
I don't know.
They are tiny.
Okay.
So you need a cage for a tiny creature, which is 2 gold pieces.
Oh dang. Okay, it is spent.
Cages are not cheap.
Nope, they are not super easy to make. I mean, by today's standards, yes, but
I mean, sorry, Ellie posted, if only there was a bag of frozen storage. I mean, food stays good in a bag of holding for a long time, doesn't it?
won't stay alive for a long time.
No,
Yeah.
Stay
it
alive.
chooses to be alive. But
Yeah.
that's the problem. Although too, for certain animals, speaking of, you don't even need a cage. You could have just got like a wicker basket, not for a chicken, but if we were keeping certain animals. So like a cage, I imagine, is highly specialized as well, because most people probably don't utilize them to care for animals, which is another reason it's so expensive.
Anyway,
It's
we have
'cause they're
gotten
secure.
we've gotten a chicken for tomorrow.
So yeah, you have a small cage, which weighs 2 pounds.
Thank you.
Or actually, this is specifically a tiny cage. Not small. Small costs more.
A cage for chicken.
Cage for
Okay.
tiny creatures.
So the tiny cage that weighs 2 pounds. The chicken itself weighs 6 pounds.
Okay.
So you're keeping it in the cage. That's 8-pound load, but it doesn't matter because you're gonna put it on. You're gonna hook it to one of the saddlebags and let it be there. That chicken is not like super happy about being in that cage. It's not like screaming, but it is like making a bit of a racket, especially when you move around them and whatnot.
Is that the noise it's making?
For God's sake, dude.
If a
I'm
chicken made
so
that
fucking
noise,
tilted at that.
I
Like,
would
I
kill
don't
the
know
chicken.
why it
Okay.
keeps fucking happening.
If a chicken just made that noise, I would straight up right then be like, well, Lamia, you're eating this chicken right now. This is mine.
It's terrifying.
I don't know how to get it to just never ever do that ever. I've put on Do Not Disturb. I've turned all my notifications off. Whatever.
However, that bell toll did come around 8:30 like it often does. So as a quick reminder,
The robot chicken belt.
it's been an hour and a half. I'm gonna have to pee real soon. So whenever we can get to a stopping point, if we can go to break, please.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to go till 45. I don't know.
That's fine. I was just
Okay.
putting it out there that it's not like it's an emergency, but that's gonna happen soon.
Yeah. I usually hover around like 8:45, 9 o'clock. So cool. But yeah, so you have a chicken now that's making a whole lot of noise. It's not out of place in a city, right? Like some people are carrying cages with other shit in it, whatever. Animals make noise. But anyway, you leave the city after, of course, saying goodbye to everyone. We'll say there's warm goodbyes for the sake of brevity. You guys have mostly said them by now, but there's just that last little bit, and the goodbyes of this group of mostly Thulian people is a little different. Usually with like Ulis culture, when you're like, okay, goodbye, we'll see you in a week or whatever. That's like the end of the conversation.
Oh man, are we gonna Midwestern goodbye the hell out of this?
It takes a little while. Like they sort of follow you out. They're still like asking questions and giving you pointers on stuff, and like, oh, I know this baker over here. Like there's just a lot of little details they add on, which it's useful information, and you're kind of glad that like you still get to see their cheerful faces of these people you like. But there's a certain point where like, are they gonna let us leave? Like,
are they just coming with us? Like,
and you kind of fall it out for a little ways before eventually it just sort of you just like naturally pull apart, and like the last person, probably Miles or something, is like, all right, well, I'll let you get out of here, which he said 10 times, and you finally break away and are on the road actually.
Sam, time to get out of here, do the hands on the legs thing, the pat as you're trying to leave, and
It's probably Sam that triggers it by being on his horse and be like, well, it does the leg pat, and Miles like, yeah, I'll let y'all go ahead. Have a nice trip, as he's walking away from you. And it's probably just dawning on Sam that like, oh yeah, they don't know how to do that. Like, you were probably just enjoying it until you're like, all right, yeah, we gotta actually leave. These two look sort of bewildered, like, wow.
God, that
Anyway, so now you finally hit the road. You got your potions. Was there anything else you were trying to get before you left the city? You've left the manor, but anything you were trying to get before you leave the city?
Not Lamia.
Snares.
Dog butt. Sorry, I see a dog butt.
Snares.
Yeah, there's a dog back there. For like rabbit trap or live trap type stuff. Snare's the best thing I can think of. Animal trap, I think, is what it would be called.
See, I thought you wanted a snare drum. I thought we were going to start a kick-ass band on the road.
We got a chicken, so might as well make as much noise as possible.
Right.
The chicken can be the vocalist. It'll be fine.
Reminds me of that one chicken that like is like, and it like holds it, and just people put like just metal to the background of it.
Yes. Oh man, that's funny.
I think there's probably statistics for one of them somewhere in here, for like regular ones, little snare traps. See the ones for like people and shit like that. They do have one for a bear trap, so let's just scale that down.
Yeah,
I know they're not the same thing, but
I mean, you can catch a rabbit with a bear trap. You're just gonna have two halves of a rabbit.
I'm not saying you have two big pieces of
very
rabbit.
different rabbit configuration. Yeah.
Rabbit comes.
I mean, what is a mouse trap if not an incredibly scaled down version of a bear trap?
So if we're gonna say that a bear trap is for a large creature, what size of creature are you wanting traps for?
Medium, or not medium.
Did you say medium? I'm gonna look at you sideways as fuck, dude. Like, what are you trying to catch?
Sorry.
That would
When I
probably
said
be
medium
for like 3 days.
You wouldn't be saying medium, you'd be saying other shit in character.
Yeah, sorry. I said medium, thinking of like, like a medium animal size is like,
yeah.
a dog or a fox to me.
Yeah, it's
Large
not
would be
mechanically
like a deer.
medium size.
Yeah.
Or
see,
actually, we'll do this. Tell me which two sizes. So you could say like medium large or small medium, whatever. Like which two sizes would it work for?
This is gonna be a.
Because it's a simple enough trap that I don't think it has to be specific to one size.
Gonna be a small medium.
Small medium. Okay.
Yeah.
Or do we want to go tiny? Just real quick to ask, tiny, because that's things like rats. That's things like
Yeah.
things that
That's a rabbit.
may not be good to
Rabbits are
eat
tiny.
necessarily, but are going to be quick and easier to do.
Yeah. Get her a
So,
bandolier to
Lamia-
put rats in it.
In character, Lamia, what do you feel better about eating?
She's gonna get what she served.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll go,
Okay,
but I'm,
Southern grandma, Jesus.
If you don't eat it, I'm gonna have to throw it out, and Sherlock will eat it.
There's starving kids in Gurga, damn it. Anyways,
You could definitely find a hunter who's got some extra traps and willing to sell them for you, or to you, not for you, to you. Let me see. Oh, that's the wrong fucking page. Where did
selling
it
traps
go?
for you is also very different than selling traps to you.
This is a.
So for smaller medium, yeah, we'll say that's.
Ooh, look at all that shiny stuff in that chest.
Actually, no. We'll say this is 3 gold for one. It'll
3
weigh,
gold, okay.
Yeah, it'll weigh about 6 pounds for all the shit.
Yes, for a singular trap.
Yeah, that's for one. So put like small, medium, or SM or whatever.
Small, medium animal trap. 6 pounds.
Yeah.
3 gold? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I took it out.
Shop. This is like a guy who just has some.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of gold, don't forget to add the 500 or lack thereof if you've already spent some of that Clint gave us if you haven't already. Because I spent 200 of mine, so I just added the 300 to my actual account, my actual gold that's on me. So I just didn't want anybody else to forget that.
Yeah, no, I had an amount that was too close to 500. It was 495. So I was like, oh yeah, no, I got that 500 and I spent 5 of it immediately is what happened. Gotta be what happened. I don't remember. But, okay, I got that marked down.
Yep. Is that all you're buying?
Yes.
Just the one? Okay.
And that's going to be a thing I set out like overnight probably is what's going to end up happening. And whenever we stop somewhere, so.
All right. Cool. So that's all for you. Daybreak said nothing. Lamia's done. Sweet. So you guys head out. Alright. From Shund. So you guys actually following the road? I need to get all the way fucking back over here. Here we go. Are you guys gonna follow the road most of the way? And like, are you going all the way to Bayan and then go to the Burts and then split off to go to the Burt Sag? Or are you gonna try to cut through the wild?
That is a good question. I, as a character, say I feel more comfortable following the road simply because roads are easier. I'm not exactly nature master over here like Samuel. However, since you are here, if you feel like you can get us there, especially since you've been there before, if you feel like you've got a better way to go, I'm going to defer to your judgment.
Oh no, I followed the road when I went there last. I wasn't like if I was trying to find game or something like that, since we're trying to kind of double up on stuff right now, I'd probably venture a little outside the road, but I'm sure I can find some kind of critter to snack on.
Okay.
So I think we should stick on the road. It's just generally safer at the moment.
Great. Love the idea. Let's go with that then.
Mechanically, all it means if you're going to be also hunting while you're going is you just move at half speed.
Mhm.
But since you're on a road, that you don't suffer any other penalties.
Yeah.
Like you normally would, because as you would know, Setsangia Wilderness can get kind of fucky. So.
Yeah, I don't need to run any more troglodytes. Well, I wouldn't say no to more brownies.
Hope I don't catch a brownie in this trap.
They're usually quite a bit smarter than animals, but you know.
You might catch a thing in the trap that the brownie put there to trigger the trap.
Well, they took the wheel of cheese I put in there.
God dang it, keeps fucking.
Guys, my life trap caught a chocolate cake. It's the craziest thing.
You find a sock, a single sock, because of course they never steal both socks. Why would they do that? That would make
Of
too much
course,
sense.
yeah. Speaking of people that steal socks,
Sleep
now.
Look over at the dog.
Right.
take off my socks, and there's a pile outside of where she's like, "Ooh, look, socks," and just takes them outside.
That's funny. And adorable,
Anyway.
actually, but
So you get that's where you get at the end of one day. Everybody roll me perception checks, please.
all right.
Perception. The question.
The question? No, this is not considered a forest.
I like how it was the question.
Lots of fucking high rolls.
Yeah, we rolled well as a group.
Yeah.
Number
What's
wise,
What's up, Sam? Rolling a 6 and still
I rolled
getting
a 6,
20
but
yeah.
is really
I
good.
just have
21
high
is still
perception.
high.
Number
Yeah,
wise, we rolled well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the actual die, but
I mean, I rolled a 19 on the die, so I definitely rolled well. But
Yeah.
so you actually all will spot as it's getting towards sundown what look like some pretty big fucking birds flying around towards the south. Like,
Are they circling?
they look pretty far away. They're not quite. They circle a little bit, and then they eventually they seem to land in the trees somewhere or something. But you didn't quite get an accurate count on them. Actually, Lamia, you're pretty sure you saw 6, but it also is getting dark and it's pretty far away. But yeah, they looked abnormally like Turtle Hawk is an abnormally large hawk. They're definitely bigger than him if you can see.
He's a
from
medium-sized
distance.
hawk, yeah. Or a medium-sized creature, yeah.
so
No, he's a small creature.
Is he? Oh, I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was.
Normally,
Sorry.
well, you're medium, so
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah.
man-sized.
humans are medium-sized creatures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's the size of like a human
I should
child.
say
which
demi
is
are
kinda
medium-sized
big.
creatures.
So,
So Sam, you know about animals, and Lamia, you're from here. What are those? I'm just gonna point at the birds.
Birds?
probably big birds.
Oh, wonderful! I know they're birds. I meant what kind, mate?
Big?
Far away.
Is there any
It's too far away.
too far? Okay.
You need to get closer to know what they are. Like,
I don't know, from this distance, they could be anything.
It kind of reminds me of when Isla had that one raven following us, though.
I mean,
Well,
I
it's
don't
not
think
that
they're.
Yeah, I feel
it was
like
not that big.
it'd be more alarming, weirdly, if it was a single large bird than it being multiple large birds. Because
Yeah.
a single large bird, I would think it's like a familiar or something. But multiple large birds, it's just animals, right? Hopefully.
We'll probably be safe. It's not if it's that large and flying, then it's not the Stormhausen, so we'll be fine.
I just think of Galarian Zapdos, specifically Galarian Zapdos, because it's not a flying bird, it runs. When you say Stormhashen, every time, that is what I think of. Anyways, yeah, I didn't think it was that since there's no crazy thunder or lightning. Since you said in your dream there was lots of that.
Yeah.
So that's good.
It is
I'd
last.
say closest thing you guys could maybe think of as a parallel is like a particularly large vulture, maybe. But,
California condor.
yeah, condor. Yeah.
They're big vultures, basically, right? I mean,
That's the word I was trying
Yep.
to think of. But that's all you get at the end of that day. We'll pick up on the next day after our break. So we'll come back just after 9 and continue our little trek to see what else happens.
We'll be back.
bye, everybody.
I have another story.
Tell the people your story about almost choking on an orange.
Oh, that I tried to eat an entire half of an orange when I was like 7. That was it. We
You
peeled
fool.
it. I broke
This
it in
was
half. and I
before
stuck the
cuties,
whole
I'm
half
pretty
in my
sure.
mouth.
Yeah, it was peeled, everyone. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't just rip an orange in half with my bare hands as a 7-year-old. Also,
You
this
had
was
bare
a
hands?
full-size orange. This was not like a small orange.
Yeah,
This
they
was
didn't have
it
the-
was actually a tangerine to be more specific, but it was an entire tangerine, like a half of one, and I was just like,
Boy with a ruby the size of a tangerine.
I almost choked on it.
Which is weird. How did like fucking clementines and mandarin oranges, like whole ones, only just become popular when people have been eating those fucking things in cans and shit for forever? But it like took forever for the actual like just hey tiny orange.
Maybe infrastructure to get
So at
good.
Thanks, that's
tournaments,
true. Could
like
take
at
a lot of
paintball
water
tournaments
or
or at
something.
sporting events, I almost always buy a big bag of the little cuties and take them. And very rarely do other people besides me eat them. So over the course of a day, I eat like 15 of those little bastards because I'm hungry and they're there.
If I didn't have to watch how much just like citric acid I put in my face where I get canker sores, like because I can eat it now, you guys know, but it's just I have to be careful. But I would eat so many of those fucking things.
They're
They're
good.
too easy to peel.
Yeah, and they're good.
Too easy to peel. That's like the biggest drawback to oranges.
Yeah, they're very easy to peel. One of the funny things to me about peeling fruits or anything like that, or opening things in general, is that people often are like, "Oh, I don't know how to do this," and they're trying to do stuff or they're trying to use their nails, and I just literally like jam my finger as hard as I can through the peel, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Ta-da.
You just brute force these damn things. Like people are trying to get too cute with it. I'm like,
The
nah,
wrapper
just
off.
I'm like, you
Yeah.
stick your thumb in it like you're trying to gouge out someone's eyeball, man. Just go for broke.
I like to pretend that they're a weird alien egg that I found on a planet, and I have to carefully like separate it out. No, fuck. Oh no, we were talking about boneless stuff earlier. I got a Greek pizza from a place, and it had a fucking bone shard like on like one of the cuts of like meat. Yeah. So I took a bite. I was like, "That's hard." I took it out, and it was like a shard.
That
of
is terrifying.
Yeah, I know. I was like, did I get the
One?
pizza with the bone? I specifically wanted
Actual
boneless
bone-in
pizza.
An actual
Yeah, like-
fucking pizza. That was the dumbest prank of all time, by the way. Prank. As someone who worked at a pizza place and routinely had children call asking for bone-in pizza, and I would just deadpan them and be like, "We could put boneless chicken on a pizza, but I don't think you'd want us to put wings on a pizza, man. That wouldn't work." Like, I was like, "We got bone-in wings, but if I put those on a pizza, you might choke." I don't think I could do that.
That's what you just get. You can just get them to hang up. Probably be like, "All right, cool, I got you. It'll be this much."
Yeah,
Wait,
that's what would end up happening. Is I would just
Oh, right.
deadpan it the whole time and
Yeah,
act
can I
like
get
it
a boneless
was a real
pizza?
interaction.
Okay. What else?
And they just wouldn't get it that I was fucking with them, or they did and they were like, "This isn't fun anymore." And I was like, "Meh, I win either way."
this guy's supposed to be mad.
Yeah. Giselle's arguing with Ellie about who's older.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying I'm used to being the oldest one.
Yeah.
I
The
eat
chat's-
dates.
The chat's
I'm the
not
oldest
in the
one.
YouTube video, so you can't prove it. You're arguing with Ellie. So anyway,
Have you
I'm
seen
the
my
baby.
typewriter? Or my calculator. I'm obviously the old one. I'm gonna show chat.
Anyway, shall we
Show-
go back?
Show everybody on the video.
He's got
your
a
Look at my calculator I bought.
giant
Lamia
dumb
into-
calculator.
It's so big.
I think when they're that old, they're called adding machines.
Yeah.
probably.
That actually
Oh,
reminds
God.
me of the deaf machine that Dad had. You know, that like supposed to transcribe what you're talking about through a phone, and it didn't really work, but it
Automatic.
was something big and bulky like that.
Hmm.
We had gotten it so that Dad could actually hear, well, not hear, but actually get an idea of what the conversation was.
Yeah. And naturally, it just didn't work.
Yep.
This bitch is from June 1949.
That's a long time ago, buddy.
Yeah.
Let us go.
At least that's when the owner's manual was made.
End of the first day.
Yeah.
The moon gets closer. Now, so you
Is there a face on it? No,
you figure that one out. You see the weird birds. Nothing else really happens.
Just
Go
saying,
to
if
your
Majora's Mask Moon shows up, because he
watches.
says there's a face on it. If Majora's Mask Moon shows up, Eli will have a meltdown. Just so you all know, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
That'd be the expected reaction of anyone. Moon, big angry face.
Just gonna straight up have a meltdown.
I'm just gonna ignore it because, like, what can you do?
Sam's just like, not my problem.
Look at it and freak out for a minute, and then go, well, hello. All right, never mind. I guess.
So
quick
nothing
birds,
happens.
Nothing else.
We
You guys.
we slept well.
Yes, you guys have your rest. You get through your watches. Nothing weird happens to you that night, Eli. You
Did
know,
I-
your shift things.
In character,
Watches-
in as a player, I'm not necessarily mildly disappointed. Oh,
Keeps cutting out.
Did I set up the trap, or could I set up the trap for tonight?
Hold
Just
on.
to see if I
Hold
can.
on. We're not losing frames. I think it's me.
no,
It's not you, it's me.
No, because I can hear you.
That's
Panda.
gonna be me.
It is December, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good. So you set up the trap. Yep. Give me a. What are the tags? I think it's just.
No.
Yeah, fuck it. Roll me a survival.
Ooh, there it
Figure
goes.
that out later. Unless you have profession trapper, which I know you don't.
No.
That's the character you should make, Panda.
Yeah. Dude, guys, I'm not rolling good tonight.
Right.
Yeah, shut up. No, that was a 15 total. It's a 2 on the die.
I mean, that's still a really good roll.
Yeah.
I mean, not roll. Number for it to be from that roll.
It's like when I was upset Thursday when I got that like 21 or whatever. That was a 2.
Tonight's Shasta flavor is raspberry cream.
What?
To make a raspberry cream Shasta, that's cool. Shasta has so
Yeah.
many flavors.
Just the regular one. Though. They don't-
Well, yeah, I knew they didn't make a diet, but
Yeah, there's a lot of dope.
I- I don't know all of the non-diet flavors of Shasta because I don't drink those. But I know every diet flavor of Shasta.
Okay. Crap is for small, medium. Okay. Panda, roll me 2d8.
Uh, 3 and 7.
Oh, shit, okay. That's all. All right. Oof. Need to look up stats for some stuff. Dave, roll me. Let's see, where is it? 1d20 plus 1.
Okay. Oh. $19.
Okay. 19 is pretty fucking high. And then Molly. Sorry, I gotta look up perception checks for these damn things. +6. Okay. Something actually does happen this night. You trap a boar.
Ooh!
Now, obviously, this trap isn't going to be enough to kill it outright. It does trap it, clearly. Are you trying to somehow subdue this thing and keep it alive, or is it a little bit too big, or are you going to just...
That's a little too big. Yeah, this thing's going to be turned into meat. Yeah, I'm a shoot it with a bow.
Keep your distance and just stick it and kill it.
Probably smartest choice in that situation.
I don't have a spear anymore, else I would have used that as reach.
Right.
Okay, so give me just a couple of quick attack rolls, or just roll the damage for your bow. Just roll your damage. You're not going to...
Okay. I mean, he is within a certain area. Like, you can still kind of move. But...
Yeah. I would say you get close enough that you're going to be able to hit it, but you're not right next to it, so it isn't an automatic crit or anything. I'm just seeing how...
Some damages.
This gets.
Right?
Yeah. Yep, just give me bow damage. Just click on the damage thing. So 8. And one more. Hopefully one more. 2. Alright, yeah. That's enough to incapacitate it.
I start, I'll always get, like, tenderloin, get the legs, because each of those are basically a good meal in theory.
Yep. So you try to get this thing. You're trying to get this thing broken down, or do you just try to dress it and haul the carcass?
Let's dress it. Well, not out in the field. I'm gonna field dress it, bring it back to camp, and we'll figure out what to do from there.
Okay. Yeah, chuck the guts and stuff out, so hopefully it doesn't attract.
Let nature eat. Yeah, let nature have its part.
Yeah. Well, also, those are going to smell stronger than the part you're bringing back.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if it attracts predators or whatever, they're going to go for the guts and whatnot. You hurl off into the trees, then rather than follow you back and be like, "Oh, that's where that nice, tasty thing is." And you're like, "Hi, bear. What are you doing in Portland?" No,
in theory, we should be hanging it to bleed it, to bleed all the blood out, because that
wasn't a trick question.
But this is also a fantasy world, so
Yeah. But yeah, we'll say that's you're going through the proper process with it, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, besides, someone's going to eat it that morning.
I'm okay, guys.
You're not going to be able to put away a whole boar.
Going to eat part
By
of
yourself.
it that morning.
Yeah.
Dave and I are going to have bacon. You're going to have raw pork chops.
Yeah, cool. So give me another quick survival check here.
Yeah.
You can take 10 if you like. Since
Is this for cleaning it?
Yeah, it's like we're gonna just see how much you get out of it, basically.
I feel like rolling.
Okay.
Survival?
Yep.
Damn
the check.
Nice.
I was due 1. That's why I wanted to roll.
Yeah. Way to use that on the roll that didn't matter.
I mean, it
It
matters.
matters.
Just messing with you.
You get to make breakfast.
He said you
bacon
could have
and eggs.
taken 10.
No.
I
I
haven't
killed
had-
it and cleaned it. Somebody else gets to cook it, okay?
No, I didn't. I
Oh
was
no,
talking
I
about-
think she was insinuating me because I am
Yes.
now the team cook. inadvertently.
Exactly.
I in real life haven't had bacon in over 5 years, probably.
Easily. Okay, so more the size. We'll
His schedule's
say-
complicated.
I mean, just in pure boar meat, we'll say you get about 4 days of rations out of it.
Is that Lamia
So
rations, or is that...
You have to eat twice a day, whatever. It's about a half pound each. Actually, no. We can extend that. Well, what I'm trying to say is you get a lot more than that, because I was thinking, like, it's the whole party. It'll feed the whole party for 4 days. But
Okay.
if someone's exclusively eating boar meat, that's going to use up, like, that'll probably use up 3 of their days in one go.
Mhm.
But realistically, so it's basically 3, or sorry, the Rahala's with you, Varbrana's with you, so it's 5 people.
Oh shit, I forgot
That's a
about those
lot.
two. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right, you haven't
yeah,
exactly.
Wrong's here.
Like, oh
It's
yeah,
still a
no,
lot of
I
meat,
gotta
but
eat this raw piece.
Varbrana is also omnivorous, like, so he'll eat, like, the nuts and berries and other shit too. But, fuck. So, 4 times 5 is 20. It's 20 pounds of rations. And then, I guess, I don't know how you want to distribute that. Call it boar meat rations. And yeah, Lamia, if you're going to go exclusively on that, it's 3 for 1 day.
Okay.
If you are. Obviously, of course, it's no longer like a living thing. But
It's fine. It'll work.
Somewhat processed.
yeah.
So chicken
After,
gets to
like-
live today.
Yeah. Say, like, if you don't want it, if you don't want to go through, like, having it salted and smoked and all that kind of stuff, processing, you got maybe a couple of days before it starts getting real weird. Because you are in humid conditions. It's very wet outside.
Could be rinsed thoroughly.
Which is nice if you can actually cook it, because there's bacteria in rainwater. But
Yeah. I think that's the least of her problems when you're eating
That's
raw
very
pig.
true.
I was going to say,
Very
I don't
true.
even know if Lamia is going to be affected by these bacteria anymore, because they obviously don't affect most animals. Of course, most animals also eat things right when they're hot and fresh out of the body, so they're at a certain temperature, and they haven't had time to attract those specific bacteria. But like scavenger animals obviously can,
They're built different.
their gut bacteria cancels out the bacteria in the food and things like that.
Their bacteria eats the other bacteria.
Yeah.
But cool. So that's that. You find a fucking boar, and it rolls real bad on its perception check to avoid the trap. The squirrel was like, "Hell no!" Because that was the other thing. It got a bonus because the trap was a little too big for it. But
Nice.
right, I lowered the DC. But either way, cool. That's all that happens that night. Next day. Do you guys move actually into the city by on? Do you pass it? Like, how do you proceed here? You could go
I
either
think-
way. I just want to know if you go into the city or not.
Yeah, I think skirt. We already have. We're already pretty good on supplies, right? So we can just skirt right around the city. We don't need to take the time to like go through there, right?
That might have slowed us down. We start looking at stuff, and what if I see something that's like, shiny? I'll have to go investigate it, and go try and sell these boar tusks to somebody, because I feel like somebody might value these boar tusks. I don't know if it had tusks or not, but yeah.
That's small ones.
So
So
yeah,
my
let's
vote
just.
is- We keep going.
Yeah, I'm on that same bend. We just kind of keep it moving.
Okay, so you keep moving. And Sam, you're pretty sure following the road, especially, you can probably get to the Bertsag farm before, maybe a little bit before dark. You do cross through a somewhat wooded area on the way there. It doesn't quite look like it on the map, but there are some like trees and a little bit of wooded area and stuff between Bayan and the Bertsag. As you guys start moving, Sam, give me a survival check, and then the other two of you give me perception checks, please.
Bit.
Yep, Sam, you have no problem finding your way along. Kind of keeping on where you know the Bertsag is, and like going off the road at the right place and all that kind of stuff. Following any like small like, landmarks or signs of trail.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing just fine with that, even in shitty conditions that they are in Sitsegia. Lamia, you notice those big ass birds again as you're getting closer. Definitely see like a couple of them like up, and they fly and they circle a little bit. But they circle pretty low, like maybe just above the trees. They're not going super high. That's why they're a little bit harder to notice. They're pretty nearby. This is about the time you're not necessarily. Hold on. It may be like almost to Bayan. Like you're just about to like start passing the small city of it. And that's when you kind of see them. They're circling sort of low. They only go a few passes before they all settle in again. You're close enough now, and I'm imagining you point that out to Sam. That
Yeah, exactly.
you know that's where you're going to be passing through to get to the farm. You could try to go around it. Obviously, it'll slow you down a little bit, but that's where you're headed. Where you'd be headed through, at least.
Yeah, you don't think go through it?
Are you able to? I mean, were we able to get a closer look at them this time?
They're still technically like miles away.
Oh, okay, never mind
Yeah.
then. I mean, they're just birds, as far as I know.
Yeah. I mean, could probably ditch some of this boar meat if it need be, and they may zone in on that instead.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If
You
they
make a solid port.
if they come looking, they'll just go after the small things, like Sherlock here, Rahala, me.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure Rahal is excited to hear that.
We also got Verbrong over here, so that might just keep all of them away.
It's true. It could just absolutely deter them.
I could go running around for a bit, and maybe they'd flee from me.
Or
Or you also might just keep them away.
you got the shiny armor, right?
No, it's just. Sorry, let me double check. It's chainmail, so I guess it is shiny.
To a degree. Yeah. But yeah. Oh. I think we can move through. We'll just keep an eye on them.
We're heading that direction. Okay. Okay, Sam, since Lami was able to spot them that first time, I'm going to let you go ahead and do another perception check as well as you get closer. Yeah, you see him again too, and yeah, their circling pattern is definitely weird. Give me a knowledge nature.
Oh, that just for? Give me a sec.
That's for one.
Nope. And... Nope. Okay. It's not
What are you
for
looking at?
checks. Don't worry about it. It's not for that. It's literally just for saving throws or attacks. You know, to be able to.
Does she have
Yeah.
2 luck abilities? Is that
Yeah, I
the
have one for my friends, for allies, for ability checks. I'm not an
Is-
ally. I am me.
You are your own ally. If it doesn't specify others, like other people or
yeah.
other creatures, then you count.
When one of your allies within 30 feet makes a saving throw. Oh, that's a saving throw. Never mind. I just can't read. Yeah, no, nothing. Okay. Yep, 91.
So the other thing does specify others.
Yeah, it's for saving throws.
Oh, okay, they're both saving throws. Gotcha. Damn. Okay, so yeah, you don't really get a beat on these. You can't tell what kind of birds these are, or like there's something off about the way that they're circling like low to the trees and such, and like the pattern they're doing, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is. You know it's strange. You don't know why it's strange. Let's get.
I believe there's some kind of large, snail-eating hawk. No, but it was a natural one. So,
But okay, so you guys continue to close in. You get into the trees. You're kind of going where you saw those birds and stuff. You're kind of almost expecting at some point to hear like the flapping of large wings or something like that, but you don't really. There's the woods are pretty quiet actually. Same. Or you got yours. Actually, everyone one more perception check now.
Okey-doke.
This one's important.
Oh, well, good that I rolled poorly on it then. Of course. Did the music just stop all of a sudden? Or is that me?
I think it changed.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because all I heard was dice roll, and then it stopped, and I was like, "Did everything go quiet? What happened?
Yeah, I timed it to make you to make you.
Am I
unnerved.
deaf? Is this deafness instead of blind? Is this blindness?" Anyways,
Hello.
Oh, it's quiet.
29. You are in a forest,
Oh, okay. Do I need a reroll or is that just more?
so it's a 31.
Okay.
Yeah, we stopped doing the reroll thing just because it takes extra time.
Okay.
It's fun, but it takes extra time.
yeah, trying to go fast.
So fucking hell, yeah. So a 31, Sam, as you guys are walking through there, you're kind of expecting to hear wings flapping and such. You hear something very unusual. Probably like hold your hand, stop the party for a second, and listen real close. You definitely hear singing.
Mm.
A chorus of voices in the distance. You're hearing just the very edge of it. You definitely can't make out like a language or anything. You hear the cadence of song. It's like beautiful singing. Just the edge of your auditory perception.
Is Sam the only person who can hear this?
He's the only one who rolled a fucking 31.
Well, yeah. I'm just making sure.
So yeah. So he's the only one who picks that up with his keen Veti ears.
What do your elf ears hear?
What are your- yeah.
Sorry.
What are your
Veti
halfling
hear
ears
that.
here?
Yeah, right.
The sound of food. No.
I can hear a sausage being dropped in a frying pan from a mile away.
Do I know what harpies are? I assume.
You can make a. This would be, I think I know this, but I always have to check.
engineering, geography, nature.
They are there or something else.
Yeah, they're usually
Nature.
Oh, really? Okay.
Nature.
Nature check.
Yeah, my favorite enemies are undead and animals, so I don't think that's either of those things. So
Yeah, no, harpies are not animals, but
Mm-mm.
nature.
nature indeed.
Ugh. Good roll, bad roll. Good roll, bad roll. Good.
I mean, it's better than your natty one.
Yeah. At least it would have been funny.
Do I know what harpies are? They're snails.
Unfortunately, you just know that you hear.
They're cute
singing in the
ladies.
distance, and that's
We should
kind
go
of
talk
weird.
to them. Yeah. There's some kind of thing going on. I don't know what the hell that's about. Oh, sorry. Heck, that's about. Yeah. Sideways Lance said Eli.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Anyway.
If you are trained in knowledge nature, you may roll.
I am
DC is
not.
a little bit increased because you're just getting a secondhand account.
I don't know. Anything that's making that kind of noise out in here in the forest, probably up to no good. I feel.
Are
You say
Rahala or Verbrong trained?
But
Yes, but I'm going to let you guys roll first. And I'll tell you.
I'm
And
not-
those weird
I'm not
birds are
trained.
around.
But if you remember, the weird singing is actually what helped us when we were lost in the crazy ice cavern thingy. And it was only you who could hear it.
That is a point.
So I'm
That
not
is a
willing
good
to
point.
rule out that it's entirely bad.
And also, we're right by a town.
But caution is advisable, of course.
Okay, so who's rolling for who? Because they're both trained. Who wants to roll for Rahala? Who wants to roll for Barbara?
And both you
I'll roll
scrubs.
for Verbrong.
Okay, Molly, you are rolling at +3.
Can't go wrong when you choose for Brawl.
And so I guess that means, Dave, you're going to roll for Rahala. She's rolling at +9.
No, you.
Okay.
Not a Dave roll. Not a Dave roll. Not a Dave roll. Not a Dave.
Ooh,
Yeah.
buddy.
Not a Dave roll.
26. Okay. Did you say singing? And didn't you say that there was big birds earlier?
Yeah. I think they're like weird mocking, like some kind of like.
They were like
Oh.
vulture-like, right? That's what you had
Parrot?
said?
Size-wise, they were large, maybe like condor-sized. It could be harpies, which is a little terrifying.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen them. My grandma called this, lady from town that was sweet on my cousin a harpy one time, but I'm not quite sure what that really meant.
Okay, so we want to avoid them. Is that
You certainly don't want to be able to hear them singing like that. It can cause you to. It can charm you, make you go towards them, and just not resist their attacks.
Oh,
I think I can protect you all from it by just doing a performance of my own, actually.
I pull out my shears and I start cutting bits of wool off my shorts, and I roll it up and stick it in my ears. Wandering cotton.
Okay.
Uh,
You are. I wouldn't say you're quite deaf, but
Yeah.
you are close. So mechanically.
I think we're good now. No.
No, not dead, deafened.
What?
Okay, so a deafened creature takes -4 penalty on initiative. You fail any perception checks based on sound. And you take a -4 penalty on opposed perception checks. You have a 20% chance of spell failure when casting spells with verbal components. So that is not an arcane spell failure chance. It's just any spell with verbal components. So it does apply to divine
yep.
spells.
I remember because there was an oracle character I have that deafened herself because she saw, oh, we're gonna die because of mandrakes. Great.
There's some
So-
kind of male dragonoid. No.
Shut up.
So we're gonna say you're not completely deafened. So instead of a -4 on your initiative and to opposed perception checks, you're just gonna take a -2. to each of those. You'll have a 10% spell failure chance. You are still going to automatically fail perception checks based on sound, though.
I
Anyway,
still put condition the deafened on.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do the math after.
well, if you do your own performance, don't you? Oh God, damn it!
What?
Sorry, everything like stopped for a second for me.
You froze very briefly.
And it's doing it again.
Oh. You didn't freeze for us.
Yeah.
Do you need to switch to your hotspot real quick?
What if the harpies hear you do your performance? Talking loud, so I hear.
I don't think it's gonna help her connection. If you yell loud enough, maybe she'll hear you from her house.
No.
But Lamia will say, since I'm not being interrupted right now,
sorry.
If you do your own performance, doesn't that mean we'll be spotted right away?
Likely, yes. But they have a very good vantage point, being way up in the air, so they likely know we're coming. Just likely. I mean, we can turn around and go like the long way or something if you like, but I mean, harpies are pretty vicious creatures, honestly. Having them in the area is not a good thing.
Can they be reasoned with to a reasonable degree if we somehow don't want to actually end up fighting them? Because I don't want them to be in the area either. From what you're saying, it's bad, but
I'm not sure. Most of what I know of them is they're just the cruel. I think they can communicate with people, but I don't really know the ins and outs of that type of conversation.
Right. Okay.
They'll speak our languages or anything like that. I mean, I assume they will if they've been in the area long, but I know they do tend to stick near settlements where there are demi and other humanoid types. Seeing as all harpies are female, they can't reproduce on their own.
Right.
Is that like a praying mantis type of situation, or is that a spider thing?
They tend to devour their mates afterwards. Yes.
I think we should take them out. I think it's a service to the country.
Do you mean take them out like on a date, mate? Is that what you're saying?
What? Yeah, I think it's fate. We have encountered. No.
Yeah, I think it's fate. But
yeah, if we do go around, we will be late.
Yeah,
sorry.
Of course.
You good now, Molly?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Are you chaotic evil? What?
So
no.
What about chaotic evil?
He said, "Are you good now?" So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Rahal just says, I mean, there's 6 of us, and hopefully only 6 of them. Granted, I'm going to be busy. I don't know. I have to leave it to your judgment. I'm not keen on being in the big scrap, but I can see it may be necessary, especially this close to your kin, Sam. Oh, this close to your kin! Yells in your ear.
I can just... And I take one out. For now. While we're having... I don't know why I put these on so early.
Thank you.
Ow. I mean, in theory, 2 of us in this party don't have to worry about as much, I don't think. But...
It starts getting closer.
I'm going to put this back in.
So performance,
we
right?
do name.
To distract us?
You just like barely start hearing the singing, and it is rapidly approaching. Takes out a fucking instrument that I forget which one she has because I don't usually pay attention to that.
Hey.
She has
Bongos.
no.
Bingo, bingo,
Vuvuzela.
bongo, I don't want to leave the jungle. Oh, no.
Oh God, no!
Look, that song lives rent free in my head, and it's New Vegas's fault.
Bing a bong bongos.
And I will not
I refuse
apologize
to go.
because you go be mad at them, not me.
Yeah, that's fair. I will be mad at them.
I got my spear.
That one and the Spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Yeah.
The chopping one
And
lives
Big
in my
Iron as well.
nightmares.
He's whacking.
Yes, it lives in my nightmares.
It sucks because it gets stuck in my head, but that's the song that I don't like that song that much.
I don't either. But
I'm
it's
like, it's so repetitive.
I was listening to a New Vegas like Spotify playlist, and that was the only song I think I took off the playlist because you can quiet songs. And so I was like, nope, get that one out of here.
So her best performance skill is acting, which mechanically she can counter song with, but so she's gonna counter song with instead her perform string instrument, which she has a lyre. So yeah, she pulls fucking lyre out of her bag, or actually more just off her back. Pulls like the strap.
I didn't even notice that.
Her arms.
sorry. I like to
so she's,
imagine
like,
that.
hurrying. Go ahead.
I like to imagine, like as an actor thing, she just starts monologuing.
Right.
For
Just
3
starts doing
days, I searched
Shakespeare.
the land. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Out,
would be more
stop,
performed.
spots, out.
That would be more perform oratory though, which is
Yeah,
the reason
okay.
I was like, what the hell would acting even be?
oh,
Just like-
oh yeah, oratory. Yeah, I forget it's a thing. Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna do that instead because it makes more sense, even though she's not as good at it.
Oh.
She needs to beat a Vats. Place of the saving throw. Cool. So I'll roll it for her because I know I also need to roll things.
Oh yeah, for the snail pull,
Yeah.
which Sam is leading right now.
Hey, Deb.
Hey.
You know what's funny though? I took glide today as a spell.
That is funny.
Like I took speak. I always have speak with animals, but I was like, what am I gonna take today? If I go to climb a tree, I'm gonna try and glide down. That'll be fun. And I was like, oh, yeah, I might get yanked. Yoinked.
So you guys, so she begins to play this lyre very well. She plays very nice. It's somewhat energetic tune she plays. You can tell that she is making an effort to play it very loud and kind of just take over the sound in the area. It quickly sort of drowns out all the other sound. Like you can hear other noises like from outside of it, like your own feet stepping on like twigs or whatever else as you're walking, and the clank of armor. You still hear that stuff, but it's much more muted. It seems like this is sort of taking over the priority of what you're listening to. That doesn't completely stop you from being able to hear the absolutely gorgeous vocals, this choir piece, this operatic song that seems to sweep in from the south where you're heading. You don't immediately see anything. You definitely hear it all before you see anything. It's just these haunting, beautiful voices crescendoing up from the trees and above, and you see above the clearing that you stand in, 6 shapes pass over very quickly and then rise and arc into the air and begin to circle their way down towards you. They're not all circling in the same direction. They're seeming to go in opposite ways and kind of spiral their way down before they get maybe 80, 90 feet from above you, and suddenly all 6 forms, the wings spread out, and you see something unfurl from beneath them. You can't quite see the forms of them. The sun sort of on their backs casting their fronts in shadow, but you see something unfurl from this long, pointed object. Spears.
Oh
You
god.
see legs extended as they seem to poise themselves and dive straight down at everyone. I need everyone to roll initiative in a moment. I have to first take you to a map. That's too many maps. Okay. Does that do it? Is that everybody? Okay, that's everybody. Who zoomed in now? God damn it. Zoom out. I gotta zoom chat way the fuck out because it's like way up there. Okay. Oh, I don't have Renal on here. I have her last. There she is. Yeah, she's about in the middle of everyone. You may position yourselves wherever you think you'd be, roughly around Rahala.
I was probably standing about here because we were chatting and I was asking to perform, so I would imagine I was standing right by her.
Is north where we were headed?
That's a good point. Hold on. You were technically headed south, but just so that we can keep the directions where they are.
I just
We'll
yeah, sorry.
you guys in the north. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I didn't know, like, I always think of like bottom of the map is like where you start going north for some reason, but
Are we good to roll initiative?
Yes, you should be able to now.
Okay. I just didn't want to do it before it was ready.
probably relatively close by.
It is still daytime, so I need to change that up. 1 second.
I was wondering why everyone looked transparent around me.
Be there then, because I didn't want to. Probably want for Braun to be super in the front. Select initiative.
This is not where they're not necessarily adjacent to you. They're still in the air right now, but that's roughly where they're positioned, heading downward, swooping towards you.
Got it.
Giddy. And then group 2. Also rolled really shitty. Wrong. And then for Rahala. May not be updated. That's okay. Alright. That looks awful. Hold on, let me zoom in some. Now, place it right. Trying to make it look good on Stram. Awful. God damn it. I know it's pulling you guys around, sorry. Okay, that'll work. Feel free to adjust your cameras now, I've stopped. Not your cameras,
Right.
but focus.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, let's bring up the minute tracker. Lamia, you are the first up.
Cool.
They unfortunately are quite high in the air still.
Right.
They're about they started diving, so we're gonna say they're about 30. Well, we'll say about 60 feet up.
Would it count as like a charge? Like, could I brace?
You don't know if they're charging or not.
Okay.
They could probably charge you from there. They can from the air, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take my turn to brace,
Okay.
and Lamia will be done.
Brace for a charge.
I'll write that in the chat.
Wrong. 2 feet, that's a hell of a throw. He is readying an action. You see him off his side. You see him pull one of the throwing axes off of his belt and like tosses it up and catches it once. So he's getting ready for them to get a little closer.
What do the blue marks mean? Or is that signifying a difference between the...
This is just a group, different group.
Okay.
Because
Just
I rolled
checking.
initiative twice. So I rolled initiative for this group and then for this group.
Okay.
That way we don't have that many.
A shitload. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Baldur's Gate problem.
Right.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, Sam, you're up.
It's me. Well, they're probably within bow range, so I'm gonna do that. I did think
For
about
sure.
lashing myself to my saddle first, but put my seatbelt on. But that may be worse. So yeah, I'm going to do a full round on whichever one is closest. So it'll probably end up being like that one, yeah.
Okay.
Should be 2 shots. I'll keep track because technically these arrows may disappear forever because I'm shooting in the air. So
Yeah.
yeah. So full attack damage. Yeah. No modifier.
Nope. They are in your first
Damage.
range increment, so.
Yeah.
Went from
a
never
old-
hitting anything.
Yeah.
to
Does 11
27
confirm? No.
It does not confirm.
Yeah,
Are you
unfortunately,
sure,
11
though? Are
does
you
not
sure?
confirm.
I'm absolutely certain.
What if it
11,
does?
11 definitely does not. But the fucking 27 and a 25 absolutely
Yeah.
hit for sure. So you stick 2 arrows in that first one. First one deals 7 points of damage. Second arrow deals
No,
5.
Yeah.
Since diving, you see it like swerve like hard as you like suddenly start launching arrows at it. The first one, like you see it hit like the upper chest area, and as it's getting closer, you see this thing is actually wearing what looks like some gore-covered, just ratty-looking armor of some kind. Yeah. Probably leather, so it doesn't like totally deflect. You see the arrow like hit and like break on that one. Second arrow does not break, but that one skims across like the throat area, just on the side of its jaw. Definitely do some damage, but it's still up, still coming.
Well, that'll be it for me.
Are you guys still on your horses? I should have asked.
I didn't dismount. Should that have been?
I mean, I imagine Lamia would have.
I don't know why I would dismount.
You guys are still trying.
I know why I would dismount. They're in the air.
I mean, yeah.
But
But Sam
Basically,
loves
if you
his
dismount-
horse.
I'm
I mean,
if you
I love
dismount
my
on your
horse,
turn,
too.
Your horse is gonna flee. Not
But
like
I'm
into
saying-
the woods forever, but
yeah, I'm just saying that it is far more likely that they will pick me up off of Nyx's back than they will pick me up off the ground.
Yeah.
so you and Lamia both dismounted. Sam, you're on your horse, which means
Yeah.
it's with you. So
I would have dismounted and smacked him so he would run off because I obviously don't want him to get picked up by them either. But
Yeah, they don't look big enough to pick up a horse, thankfully.
okay.
What about
I don't want them
Shorts,
to gore
though?
my horse?
Either way, yeah, they're willing weapons. So, but yeah, I'll say for you guys who've dismounted on your turn, you'll be able to just as a free action send your horse away.
Yeah.
Okay, Lamia does
Eli,
that then.
because of the fact that it's, Nyx will listen to you. I'm not gonna make you roll, and then Molly because I mean, look, Lamia's scary, so Chet.
Yeah, so just flee.
given the chance. So
Fair enough.
So she tears off. Sam sticks 2 arrows in that one. So Sam, do you move on your horse at all? Do you have Ginger move, or do you stay put?
Stay put.
Okay. What's up? She's going to continue the counter song to keep you guys from having a save against the fucking beguiling charms of the harpies. And she's not going to move. Eli, you're up. So
Okay.
Nyx runs away.
I will. They're still in the air, right?
Yes,
Obviously.
60 feet up.
Okay, so I will just where is it? Magic rocket, magic missile, the one that Sam was shooting at.
Okay.
I'll focus fire. We'll attack the same one.
Yeah. You recovered it.
Exactly.
First missile does 4. Or first rocket,
Okay.
I know you like to call it.
Oops. Hold on. 2d4, not 2d2. There we go. Total of 8.
It's still on its way down. Definitely looks a lot more torn up than it did before.
Hooray.
That one with magic missiles.
I
Do you
think
move?
I'm just gonna stay put.
Hold your ground, okay. This group gets to go first. They are going to swoop down. 60 feet. They have a fly speed of what? Okay. So they are going to flyby attack on you guys. Which is not a charge.
Yeah, I know.
It still triggers attacks of opportunity if they pass through threatened spaces. It just means that they can attack at any point during their move. Okay. So they swoop down 60 feet. This one is at 70. 75. That one's gonna take a spear stab at you, Eli.
Okay.
This one is going to attack as it goes by. It's going to take a shot at Rahala with its spear. And this one... That's as far as it goes. We'll stab at you, Lamia, as it's going by. So their attacks are going to resolve first. But Lamia, you will get an attack of opportunity on either this one or this one as they leave a threatened space.
I'll do the one on Rahala. I mean, on Rahala's attacker.
Okay. You're the only one wielding a weapon right now. So, at least I believe so. Would Eli have a weapon out?
No.
I don't think.
I haven't used my shadow weapon, so I wouldn't have one out.
Okay. Right. So first,
Oh,
I
sorry.
might draw a crossbow
Yeah,
if
there's
it comes
yours
to
all
that,
first.
but it hasn't come to that yet.
Gotcha. They all have the same stats, so I'm just gonna swing them off of one of their sheets. They do have high ground on you guys. So
Yeah.
This one. This one's for Eli. This next one's for Rahala. This one is for Lamia. Okay, so natural one on Eli definitely misses.
we do.
17 against Rahala. I believe is going to hit. Yes, it is. She doesn't even have armor. So Rahala's going to take. They only get the one attack, by the way. They don't get both.
Okay.
It's just part of the back row. They're doing a flyby, not a full attack.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. Rahala takes 9. Yeah, yep, she gets stabbed pretty good.
Now.
Lurches backward, keeps playing. Oh, that's not good. She keeps going, but she's definitely bleeding now. She does not look great. She doesn't have a
Oh,
lot of hit
crap.
points.
Oh, crap.
Oh yeah, I need to do for Brong's ready to action.
Ready to action. Yeah.
Technically his goes off first. I don't think he's gonna kill any of them with one throw, but
But you'll find out.
I really don't think he can do that. No, he mechanically cannot kill it in one throw.
Right.
Is he power attacking? Okay.
Yeah, he is. But well, wait, can he do that for? No, he's not. He doesn't have that feat because this is a throw, not a melee. Okay, he's throwing at a plus 10 to hit. Wait, I don't think. No, that's. Yeah, he's not raging yet. Okay, yeah, plus 10. 20 plus 10. 21 definitely hits. I'm gonna handle the other things here. Somebody roll me 1d6 plus 5.
Gotcha. I'm on it.
Okay.
He's also gonna be throwing at this one that hit Rahala. Because it moved the furthest. So
10.
it makes sense it would have got there fastest. Yikes. Okay, that missed. That hit. She took 9. Which really sucks. And then a 12 definitely does not hit Lamia. Cool. So only Rahala gets hit in that volley. And then Molly, you already rolled your attack. 20 is a hit. 7 points of damage to it. Sweet. That is all of their turns. Next up is the second group. As they swoop in, this one in the lead that just got fucking pummeled, you can hear it screech in Ulu. Attack the mage! So they all swoop overhead. That's as far as that one can go.
I'm gonna go.
It's just going to move.
Like me, Rahala. I'm gonna point to each of us. Like, hopefully me. But
Well, they're coming for you for sure.
okay,
She's just playing music. They don't know she's magic yet.
I'm fine with that.
This one is going to fly around there. This one. That fucking impeccable. It's going to make a fly check. Get to that spot real quick. Harpy, what's your fly check? So y'all swoop in to close in on Eli. Eli, you're going to take 2 more attacks. One of them had to technically double move to get where it is. One of them is flanking. Okay. So, first one, flanking plus high ground is at a +3. Second one just gets high ground. Okay. Yikes. 18 and 22. I think those both hit you.
Yep.
Okay. So you take 9 on the first one and 7 on the second.
Okay.
Alright. End of the first round. As all of that happens, these fucking harpies just swoop in. You can hear the song kind of beginning to fade from the air. It's like they've stopped singing, but it lingers. As they get close enough and they start to surround and flap about, they're the size of like a Debbie woman. They're kind of slim built. They're covered in like these grayish white feathers and things all over them. Other than the wicked sharp claws and the just black eyes of a predatory creature with no empathy or remorse, the thing that stands out about them most is the smell. They smell like rotting gore and carrion. These things have killed a lot of things. Maybe not people, but they are covered in the scent of death. It doesn't require you to make saving throws or anything. It's horrible.
Gross.
You think you probably would have noticed it if you got close enough. But the other weird thing is, on top of that, you smell these sharp, kind of pungent smell, like floral and spice scents, almost like perfume. And many of them also seem to be wearing, just in odd places, like small necklaces, and some of them have like rings and things just like on like leather chokers that are attached to the leather chokers. They've got like bracelets and things around their odd avian ankles. They just have like these like little decorations and things on themselves. They look a little out of place, but either way, there they are. As they all swoop in, you hear Varbrong growl, "Big mistake." But Lamia, you go first.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I will do a full round. Well, yeah, I'll do a full round on this one right next to me. I'll yell out, "Rahala, I have healing in my pouch." And then I'll do Fury's Focus and Power Attack. I'm not doing any addition. Just gonna roll.
Yeah, 28 hits.
And the second one should be a minus.
Your power attack adds what, +6, I think?
Yeah.
So 18 on the first damage?
Yes.
Get a reaction out of that one. That fucking hit hard. She like wobbles in the air and like flaps several times. She's gonna have to make a fly check on their turn. Actually, I'll do it at the end of your attack. 18 also hits.
That would be
Oh, because you don't have the math. It's at minus.
That'd be a 16.
So it's
minus 2.
You're right, -2 for the attack.
At least that's according to the math that's posted on the.
Yeah, I don't think that's changed. I'm pretty sure I have it. So 16 total. Where'd it go? 16 hits, Exacxes.
Cool.
AC 16. So you deal 23 points of damage?
That'd be 22, wouldn't it?
You're right, 22. That felt wrong, but I was just like, I don't fucking remember. Cool. You almost cut it in half that time. It just barely gets out of the way, like just like one big flap of its wings backward. You just like cleave straight through probably one of its like talons. Like you just cut open its foot, like straight across the body. Where if it hadn't jerked back at the last second, you definitely would have disemboweled this thing.
Bummer.
But it's
and
really hurting.
yeah, no, Lamia's done.
Okay.
Just debating on taking a step, but I won't.
Brong's turn. He threw the axe, hefts his great axe into both hands again, beats his chest a couple of times, roars really loud. He rages, of course.
Yay!
Who does he go after, though?
I like raging
Yeah.
for Brong. Let's get it.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's gonna move here, move there, soak the attack off of this one. Takes a stab. Plus 1 to hit. $26 definitely hits. 3 points of damage to Verbrong. He takes 1. Just gets over his DR barely. So just lands like this spear out and it just kind of bounces out of his skin, doesn't even draw blood, slides into that space, whips this great axe over at this thing. 1d20, he's raging now. He's gonna power attack, of course. Does plus a lot. Okay. Well, he rolled a 3, but he still hits. He's rolling like shit, but he has crazy stats right now, so he still deals 20 points of damage to this one.
Wow.
Nearly takes it out of the air. He had to full move, so he doesn't get the second attack. He just hits this thing and it spins. Tries to recover. I'm gonna have them both do their fly checks real quick. The one who hit Lamia and the other one. We're gonna roll yours first. Okay. You just makes it. The other one. That's exactly what it needed. Okay. They both stay in the air. They're not super high up. They're literally like just like above head height, so they still get the advantage of being up higher than you. That's them. Sam.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Yeah. They've all passed me by. Well, except for this one. Is that the same one that I attacked earlier?
Yes, that's the one that you've been shooting.
Okay. Well, go for it again.
I'm just gonna shoot at it.
I mean, it's either that or drop my bow, and I'd rather not do that.
It is gonna take an attack of opportunity for you making a ranged attack in melee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it needed it. Okay. So you only take 3 points of piercing damage. It sticks you just like a reflexive shot as you're lighting up your bow shot. But you still get to make your attacks.
Yeah.
Hits, 24 hits. Takes 8. And 4 more after that. It is not looking good. Stuck 2 more arrows in this thing after it stabbed you and you barely flinched. It's starting to feel those. You see some blood eking out of the armor. It just goes, strong. It's gonna have to also make a check to stay airborne. Xaxes. Do you move your horse at all, or do you stay put?
Stay put.
Okay. Rahala's turn.
I guess in theory I could move because it use its reaction, but
Yeah, it uses unless it has combat reflexes. Which I can't tell you
yeah,
if it does or
no,
not.
that's fine. I'll stay here.
All right, Rahala's turn. Yeah, she's pretty hurt, but hold on. Siege level. Okay, she can't do that on it. That'd have been funny. Yeah, she's just going to. There's not a safe space to step into. She's just gonna cast defensively. Try to cast Cure Light Wounds on herself. Yeah, this is definitely the wrong stat block. Why is it like this? It's fine. I'll fix it later. I don't believe it does it. I think it's 15 plus double spell level, right? Yeah, DC 17 to cast defensively, so she just doesn't get to cast the spell. She's distracted and wounded. Eli, your turn.
I'm close enough to touch one of these things, right? To deliver a touch attack.
Yeah, they are in base contact with you.
I just wanted to make sure, since they are airborne, I just wanted to double check that I could still smack them.
Yep.
Okay. And Sam obviously attacked the one that is closest to him, right? So I will double up on that one. Since you said it looks hurt, I will cast Force Punch defensively.
Okay. All right, give me that check.
Here is that, and then this is my concentration check. I'm adding 4 to it in the box because I have combat casting. So
Sounds good.
here it is.
You made it.
Oh.
Yep, that's more than enough.
And then I got to do a touch tech, I believe.
Ah, yes.
Right?
Several more d4s if you touch it.
Touch tech coming right up.
Shit, melee. Technically, for the melee, you can use your dex or your strength, whichever's highest.
Ah, well, I used my strength, which not what's highest. I just clicked it because it's a touch tech.
What's the difference between your strength and your
One.
dex?
I would get one more with
So
dex.
14 on the touch.
Yes.
I think that touches it. Let me see. It should, because armor doesn't make up for that much. Yes, a 14 does hit its touch AC.
Okay.
So one of those d4 was a 4. So
Right.
you need you got
6
7?
more because it's 1 per level, right? And we're level 7.
You need 6 more. 6 more d4. Slim chance you don't kill this. Oh my god.
Bam! That's a lot of 4s. Holy crap!
What? What is that?
That's
Who
a
the
lot of
hell are
fours.
you?
So many 4s, guys.
Did you get doppelgangered?
With my magic missile earlier that did 1 damage on each of its d4s, it's making up for it with the Force Punch.
Yeah, that's nuts.
What is
Oh,
that?
hey, it's David. David's here.
I also
Oh,
get to
that's-
push it 15 feet away.
It's so many fucking. So yeah, you want to push its corpse 15 feet away because it had 13 hit points left. You
Yeah.
fucking maniac! You doubled it.
Yeah, I do. I do want to shunt its corpse 15 feet away from me. Get that out of here.
I'll say it probably flies further. It has no more resistance because it just dies.
Good God.
Would you like to describe that one there, Eli?
I mean, that was just like, it's really where you just stand there like, go away, smack. And it's just like, wow. It's like, that's the first time I've cast that spell, so I'm just like, wow.
So you literally fucking Saitama this shit, where you throw like the most regular looking punch
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. I'm
There's
not
like
a
fucking
fighter.
shockwave and a bunch of feathers that just flies, like skids across the ground.
It's like, I'm like
Dust-
looking at my
fucking
hand after
dust
that.
cloud
but
comes up.
I know we're in the middle of a fight, but I would still take the time to be like, cool.
There is a brief moment where, like, when you look at your head and look back up at like the battlefield, you see like all the other harpies are like.
I want to
No
say
wonder
too,
she said kill the mage.
like for me it was this, but Alduin like reared back and did this like fucking crazy like Ki looking punch, so my shadow
Fucking
hit it
shadow
super hard,
just-
but I was just like, bah.
All right, yeah, that one's dusted. Okay, do you 5-foot step or move or anything?
I will stand in between Rahala and these things still, so I think where I'm standing at is good.
All right. Harpy group number A. Yeah, it's shit. Interesting choice it has to make here. Okay, it's gonna make a fly check to 5-foot step over here.
Okay.
It is not a perfect flyer. Shit, actually, hold on. That makes it. Okay, cool. Shifts over here, and it's going to full attack you, Eli. It has flanking. Each at +3. No modifier to the damage. Attack number. Natural 1 misses. Second attack hits, so you take 8 damage from that one.
The DM is now in the lead for the Snell poll, by the way.
You said it took 8, by the way?
Yeah, 8 points. 8 points of piercing damage from the spear.
Just making sure.
Takes those 2 attacks. No, shit. Actually, hold on. It's supposed to get 2 talon attacks on you too, because its feet are talons, so they're still free.
Gross.
It says 2 talons. That's 1 talon. So you take 1 additional point of damage, and then 1 more time. Keeps rolling fucking high, and then 5 more on the second talon.
Ouch.
This one is going to do the same thing over here to Lamia. It's going to try to 5-foot step. Needs an 18 or more. Crushed it. It is also flanking. There's the speed attacks. And here's the 2 talons. I don't think any of that hit you. What's your AC? I think the first 2 may have hit you.
Yeah, the first 2 hit me. I only have an 18
18.
AC.
So
Because
you
we
take
still
9
haven't gotten any
total
better armor.
Because you don't have any DR, right?
Yeah, I don't have any DR.
Yeah. Take 9 points of piercing damage from that flurry of attack.
Yep.
They rolled the same fucking initiative. They all kind of go back to back. This one's really fucked up. This one's gonna withdraw. That one leaves. 100% that one fucking leaves. Okay, and then second group. This one's super fucked up. It's gonna flee.
Yeah.
It draws. Howard! Shout one of the other harpies. The only remaining harping in group number B is probably the one that screams at that one. It is going to make its fly check to try to 5-foot step over and flank both Eli and Lamia at the same time. Oops, slides over here. And it's going to go first spear at Eli, second spear at Lamia, and then both talons at Eli. Okay, hit you both. Eli, you take the lesser amount of damage, thankfully. For you. Three more. And it keeps rolling so high on these talon hits don't have a good bonus. Okay, so Eli, you take a total of 11 points of damage.
Okie doke.
Eli's looking pretty rough now. Looking pretty damn rough, actually, it seems. So yeah, as that harpy starts to draw blood with the talon strikes and stuff, Eli doesn't look bloody because of his Stygian trappings, but you see a lot of it at his feet.
Speaking of that, on that last hit, by the way, I am activating my Stygian trapping.
Oh, you wait till the last hit? Okay. That's fair. Well, it doesn't get a save, so, yeah. I guess roll the damage.
Let's see, it's 5d4, and it gets pushed 10 feet in a direction, so just away from me is fine.
Yeah. Damn, ow. Okay. 13. It's no longer at full health. It's right as it begins to, like, shriek, laugh at starting to draw blood, there's just like shunts it backward, kind of knocks the wind out of it and interrupts its laughter.
Yeah,
and
fucker.
then you should just straight away from you.
Yep.
Okay. Shoots it way over there. It's forced movement, so it doesn't trigger an attack for opportunity.
Yeah.
And end of that round. Lamia, we're back to top of the initiative. You're up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll full round attack this one, so Verbrong could potentially go get that one. So, Furious Focus, Empower. I mean, never mind. Don't say those words. Just Furious Focus. I'm not doing any of the math again.
Yep, hit and hit.
Yep.
So 15.
Yep.
You're attacking this one, I'm assuming, because it's the one next to you?
Yeah, the one next to me, yeah.
Second hit is 21.
Yep.
Yep. It's hanging in there. Not by a lot.
Okay.
Damn near fucking cleaved it.
I will take a 5-foot step right here, though. And then Lamia's done.
Slide over to that direction. Verbrong's turn. Okay. There's a sheet. Obviously, he's still raging. So it's in the air a little bit, so he's going to try to... He wants to bait out its attack of opportunity. So he's just going to pass right under it into that space. Like that, in case anyone's curious. And it is going to stab at him with its spear. What is the spear roll? Okay, fuck it. Just re-roll it. Uh, 19, I think hits. It does indeed. Deals 3, so deals 1 point of damage to him total. So gets over there, and then he'll try to finish this one off. big heaving swipe of his great axe. Definitely a hit. I don't think it can survive. Not at all. Yeah, still raging, still power attack, yep. Just see how much overkill it is. He rolled max. Okay, yeah, he just... And it just 2 pieces. You see,
No
like, you hear,
kill.
like, pieces of armor just clanking on the ground in the rain. And it just...
Is quite like overkill.
No kill is like overkill. That was a good way to put that.
Cuts that one down, and he's over there next to that one. He had to move, so he doesn't get a second attack. Sam, you're up.
Me.
You.
Can my Shore's 5-foot move?
Yeah, you can 5-foot step.
And if I move outside of its... so down is valid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is this guy still kicking?
Thank you. Yeah, the one you were shooting is the one that flew off.
Okay, so it's
It
different.
was Drew. That's a different one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one
Okay,
looks unharmed so far.
Not for long. No. Full attack. It's 5 foot's allowed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also
Yeah.
your horse is moving, so not you.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm. 29 definitely hits. 13 unfortunately does not, so it takes 7.
Ooh.
That's got an arrow sticking out of it. The other one like ducks to the side. The second arrow just sails over it, hits a tree in the distance. I guess you don't have anything for swift actions, right?
I have spells, but no.
Nothing you want to use. Okay. Cool. So move on to Rahala's turn. Got a little bit of breathing room now. Yeah, she's gonna slide on over here and will heal herself. And roll fucking minimum. That's fine. Still helps a lot. It's more than half the damage she took. Bloody bastards. That's her turn. Eli.
Well,
You're not quite melted.
this is the only one that's by me, eh?
Yep. Just
Okay.
that one to yourself.
I will 5-foot step right here. And then I will cast Fearsome Duplicate of myself, but I will cast it directly in between Lamia and that harpy. So obviously it has to be of myself, but it's a larger, scary version of me. So the illusion is going to look like if my shadow, Mr. Aldwin, grew into this terrifyingly huge thing with like fangs and claws, and like you can see through the shadow, but it's all still shadow form. And it's like got a maw of like dripping acid, I guess, and big like clawed hands. And so it's gonna look super spooky.
Alright, sounds good. Boot the spell.
Hopefully that way it's not gonna attack me this time. It'll attack that.
If interacted with, it hasn't interacted with it yet. Create a larger. Yeah, you can make the. Let's see what the other effects are. It does not already know you. You must take standard action to control duplicate. Yep. Duplicates systems was hit by an attack or with the area of the damage effect. Okay.
Also, since I can speak through it, can I make it roar?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that as part of my casting of it as well.
Get a plus 2 times as well as intimidate checks. Since cast it, so you cast a spell, so you can't actually roll for intimidate this turn.
Yeah.
But
That's fine. I just want to sound scary.
it doesn't actually do any other mechanical thing right now. It's just
It's just there.
a duplicate. Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
It is hopefully going to draw an attack. That's what it's there for.
Solid chance it will. They're already pretty afraid of you. Try to see if I can find something that works as art for whatever the fuck you just described. I don't know if I will. But, that's okay. That is your turn. Use 5-foot steps. Cast spells as standard. Anything with your move action?
No, I use my 5-foot step. And I don't have another thing to do with my move action, so.
Gotcha.
Whoop. There you go. I sent you smart.
Yeah, that works.
Just for right now. I just literally Googled it super fast since you were doing something.
It's gonna be fucking huge when it first pops up. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Alright, you should have control of it also.
Cool.
So, David, they started at 3rd level, so.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we do milestone. Oh my god, my
3rd
brain
level.
stopped working.
Um,
Yeah, okay, so you made a duplicate. Cool.
That's
got
it. That's all I got.
That's your
Good.
turn. We move on to group number A. That's this beefy one that's still left, but it looks around and sees that all of its friends are dead or running away.
Yeah.
But it also called them cowards, so it kind of can't back off now.
It's locked in now.
Yeah, it is.
And you did just summon this fucking ridiculous ass thing in front of it. So it just lets out this like shrieking battle cry, like thrusts out its like lady bird. It's not a whole lot of meat or anything there, so it doesn't look particularly intimidating muscle wise. It's just that it's got this like sinewy, like just lean, terrible form. It just like freaks at this thing and starts taking swings at it with the spear.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Does it? What was the? I didn't look. What was the AC of the actual duplicate?
That's a good question. Let me see.
I imagine it's pretty easy to hit.
Yeah, I imagine it would be too.
Unless this thing rolls another natural one on that roll 16.
I'm just reading through the thing. It does not say on that spell description. Let me look at on my actual sheet.
It's a figment, and I think it's the rules it's going to go by for
Yeah, because it is a figment.
spells. It's under magic. Pathfinder magic. Magic. Go figment.
I believe in magic. Magic.
Okay. Oh shit. AC is equal to 10 plus size modifier, so it's AC 10.
Nice.
Because it's just a medium sized.
No, it is large.
Larger. It does say
It is. I can
so
make it two
actually-
size categories larger than myself, but it's just large.
So it had an AC of 9.
Yep.
That's fine. So yeah, it fucking shrieks at this thing, and it's just gone.
Yep.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have it roll its save to see if it like notices that the thing is like gone right away, or if it actually
Yeah.
uses up a full attack action. Will save versus DC 19. That's a tough save. It's not bad. It doesn't have bad will saves. Nope. Okay, so yeah. Things winks out of existence. You see it come back and whoosh, like swims through the air with the spear one time, and then like it gets one claw like poised, like one talon poised, and sees that there's nothing there, but it's already committed to a full attack action. So it can't actually take a move this round. But it does stay put. It can't really do anything right now. That's its turn. The others are all trying to run away. That one's gonna just basically get off the map. That one sees Vorbrong over there, and it's gonna withdraw for sure.
Oh, okay.
After he just cleaved the other one in half. Like, its buddy's going off. Well, it's still got pretty decent health. Now they're outnumbered now. This one's like, fuck this shit, it's leaving. They're trying to get somebody taken down quick enough that, you know, maybe they could get a meal out of it, but this is some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Right. Team number B is off the map. Top of the initiative. Lamia, you're up. One remaining valid target.
5-foot step and full round attack with Furious Focus. No math.
You're approaching this harpy seems to like beat its chest once. You're no warrior. Your class size is greater. And you roll a 30 to hit it.
About that.
21 points of damage to it.
Yep. What did it say is better?
Ithraka.
Ithraka, okay.
With a H at the beginning.
A H.
Okay. I just want to attempt to write that down. Okay, yeah.
I don't know how much it matters.
Ithraka is about to be a splat, so yeah.
So your second attack was what, 24? That also hits, and then you deal 18 more points of damage.
Yep.
That brings it to -1 hit points. You may describe your kill.
Yeah,
It's not dead, so for some reason you don't want it to die, you don't have to like fatality it, but
No, so as it was screaming and yelling, my halberd basically chunks a bit of its face at first, and then the rest goes into its throat, diving onto the other side as I swipe it back out, and it pulls.
it just kind of pops up in the air just a little bit from the momentum of that last swing. Just lands in the sort of wet, muddy ground right over there. Combat is over.
Hooray, we did it.
Alright, well, good catch on, I guess the harpies, and good job, Rahala. I don't know how badly that would have gone if, you weren't doing that.
I would have been worried about, just you guys wandering over, just opening yourselves up to spears and talons. Oh god, that one spear shot did a number on me. Vorbrong is somehow tougher than he looks. Oh god, Eli, come here.
I got hurt too.
It's only a flesh.
Damage.
Did you actually even take damage? You took like 2?
I took 3 damage.
You took 3? Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, you're grievously
I took 3.
I love how Sam is usually like the first motherfucker in this shit.
Yes, I was gonna say Sam and I
I'm
swapped
hitting
roles this time, where instead of him being the pincushion, I was the pincushion. Or more accurately in this case, I guess the knife block.
Block of.
I mean, you were the mage.
Yeah,
like, nah,
you
I'm
guys
hitting
did
shit
a
from
did a
over here,
bang up
guys.
job of protecting your DPS.
I was just concerned about the bard. I don't actually know if she's a bard, but
She is a bard.
I mean, she did do a song performance, which doesn't mean she's a bard, but lends heavy credence to that fact.
But yeah,
But I also was just worried about her. I was not worried about me getting hit.
She's gonna use her 3 remaining cure light wounds on you.
Yeah, I'll take him.
So, 12. Okay.
In the meantime, I'm going to be retrieving my arrows,
So you
the ones that I could find. I think I missed.
You heal a full 23.
Cool.
You missed what, like 3 arrows? I think 2.
I think
You
the
didn't
13
miss
I
a lot of
missed.
shots. Yeah, 13.
Those both hit.
Is that not updating on the thing? Whatever.
Those both hit. Did I only miss once?
I only missed once.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the one you missed, you'll recover. So what, 5 shots landed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How many of those do I get back?
Even
One.
your odds.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you get 1 automatically because that one missed. It just landed in the mud.
Okay. Odds.
Okay, you recover 4. 4 of the other ones. Oh, you know what? That works because I said one of them broke. That's the only one you didn't recover. You get all the others.
Oh, yeah, it works.
But Brown, you did a good job. It was kind of nice fighting right next to you.
Feels a little better now. Kind of like has a little bit of a wry smirk on his face. Looks at the axe. It's just got blood and feathers all over it. Wish he did better to protect Rahala, though, and Eli. Sorry.
Nah, mate, you did fine.
It was a little hard to guard
Wipes it
against
off on
their
his armor.
their flight.
Bird ladies. He like walks over to one. He's just looking at it, and Rahala says, "Yes, they're called harpies." And God, can you imagine what they could have done if they had gotten to the farm of your family or something? I mean, you're all pretty well seasoned warriors, and they nearly took 2 of us out.
Yep.
I hope that was all of them. They usually I don't think they travel in or settle in big groups.
Right.
But
How are these spears looking that they had?
you go examine the spears.
Yeah, and I might pick a couple feathers. But no, like
Feathers look nice.
Yeah.
They smell awful, but
well, ooh, no.
They don't appear to be anything like masterwork. They look like they were. Some of them look like they were more crudely made, with maybe like a spearhead that they found and then just fashioned a spear out of it. Like they look not like super primitive. Like they look like they know how to make. Like whoever did it knows how to make a spear. They just didn't necessarily have all the materials. A couple of them you can tell are fashioned in one of the cities, like probably what the guards are holding. And what like they probably throw out into like, you know, for the military forces, like your rank and file spears
Yeah.
that they either pillaged or stole or killed someone and took.
If any of those are in good condition, I'll take one of the best condition ones.
Okay.
That's
Take
fine.
one of the nicer condition actual spears. Looks good. You think that one's probably been used the least? Smells not as bad as some of the other ones.
That was not as bad.
I think you're gonna need to give it a little bit of maintenance, but otherwise it's a
Yeah.
good spear.
It'll be done eventually. But yeah. I'll take
Take
the
one
fucking
spear.
wool out of my ears.
Do you actually like, go through and see what else they've got, or do you just get the spear and you're like, ugh?
Sure. I mean, that was like specifically the things I saw, but do like if they have pockets or whatnot. Yeah.
They are wearing armor. The armor's all fucked up now, but
I mean, yeah.
But yeah,
Do a little bit of
so you
looting.
get one of the 3 spears. The other 2 are either kind of shitty or just gross. On these 3 that you killed, excuse me, you find 4 copper rings, 1 gold ring that actually has a set of engravings on it. Looks like it's actually written in Thule. And Sam, you would be able to read it since you speak that language. You can tell it's someone's wedding band.
Oof.
You see 2 names on it.
Yep.
Harlan and Rovina.
What size is this ring? Like, is it big? Would it be probably a man's ring?
Just at a look, you think it probably a man's ring.
So, stab in the dark. Harlan, probably husband. Ravina, probably wife. I bet you that's only his, so if we find that lady, you could give that back. I already know you want to. They're probably local.
Yeah. Or it could be travelers. You never know.
Could be.
I mean, it could be. I meant local as in from Setsegia more than like,
No.
it's not like they're probably from where you are from or where I'm from. So they're probably around.
You find... you actually find a small leather pouch on one of them, which we'll get to the contents of in a second. You find a very nice-looking necklace that's got like a few very small diamonds inlaid into it. And you find what looks like someone has taken 8 silver pieces and like somehow, I was gonna say punched out the middles of them, but you can tell they were actually someone melted through the centers of each of them, then strung them onto a bracelet. Like, they didn't really care about the monetary value of the coins as much as they were shiny and pretty.
Makes sense.
Bracelet?
Yeah. With 8 silver on it.
Okay. I put 8 silver pieces defaced and turned into a bracelet.
Yeah.
Because they're not probably spendable anymore.
They're worth whatever the silver is.
Yeah.
Silver content is on them. You find... What was the other thing you find in here? In the group? There, these... Which 3? 1, 2... And then 1 from that group. Excuse me. You find a very well-crafted leather choker with like a small little pendant like in the very front of it. Or, not a pendant, that's not the right word. There's a little metal circle thing.
Hope I can't spell choker. Joe?
The metal piece on the front of it is gold, it looks like. But it looks like someone has inlaid some like melted platinum actually in the center to engrave what looks like a wolf with just 7 little dots kind of around it, like over its head. It's not like howling, it's like sitting, and there's like 7 dots up over its head. It looks like it's probably the symbol of someone's family or hearth even. You guys can roll me knowledge local or knowledge nobility. Local has the higher DC.
I think knowledge local is the only one I've got, so I'll take a roll at that. I'll take a whack at that.
You said local or what?
Nobility. Nobility.
I got neither, so.
Yeah, you don't recognize it. But probably worth some money. And then as for the little metal pouch, When you check in that, you find what is clearly a potion of some kind. Just for the sake of brevity, we'll say between Eli and Rahala, you identify it as this one is a potion of cure light wounds. Actually,
Cool.
It smells dreadful, but it probably works.
Is there a level associated with it, or is it just first?
Base, so level 1.
I gotta remember to ask, so when I put my notes down, no matter if it's whatever potion it is.
Yeah.
If I always ask, I'll always put down the level.
Yeah. I was gonna say, but I was kind of giving you guys time to write. But thank you.
You're good. You're good.
You find another thing in there that smells kind of like that sharp, kind of flowery, spicy, like cinnamony type scent. It's definitely, well, it's not perfume. It seems more like a men's cologne. The flower scent is pretty middle. Like you're kind of getting spices and wood a lot from it. It smells very nice. Probably a pretty nice perfume. But you also find a small rolled up piece of paper. And when you unfurl it...
Is it a doobie? No, I'm joking.
You actually see someone has used some variation of arcane mark to permanently mark this paper.
Ooh.
With what appears to be an artist's rendition of Eli's face.
That's weird.
And in Ulyss the words, "This one." Yep. That's what you find.
All right. Is this a flattering artist rendition of my face?
No, it's the Flynn Rider.
That's why I'm
They get the
asking.
nose wrong.
Because that's what I want to do. Is if it's messed up, I'm gonna complain about it.
Give me evens or odds. Which one do you want?
Odds. For comedy's sake, I want it to be messed up on odds, though.
Okay.
So.
Good. It's odd.
Yeah.
It's really accurate, all except the mouth. Not even just like the mouth, that like mouth nose area. Like your nose is a little bit too high, and it looks like they worked really hard on all the rest of it, making it super accurate. And like somebody just scribbled the mouth on as like a little frowny face. It's like, and like at first glance, it doesn't look out of place. It just looks like you're kind of ugly. It's like.
Does my mouth really look like that?
Oh,
I don't frown that often, do I? As I'm frowning at this thing. I'm a pretty smiley guy.
I think we need to hang this up somewhere in your office. I think that'd look good.
You think this is how I should represent myself? This.
I mean, not in the
With
front
my-
office.
My high nose and my
We'll put it in the
pencil
back,
frown with no lips.
and we'll throw darts at it. You know, or something, you know?
Pointing at it. What's wrong with it?
They got my face
we'll
all
just end
wrong.
there. So
Yeah.
we're running a little bit over. But yeah, you guys lived.
Hooray.
Bitch.
Good job, everybody.
You did it.
I took the least amount of damage. Woo!
I think it's probably the least amount of damage you've taken in like any
Any
actual
fight.
Any
so
fight
far.
we've ever had, yeah.
I think that was your best performance yet.
This is way after the fact. Did those harpies all fly off in the same direction?
No, they kind of scattered.
Okay.
Do you want to try to see if you see them all like fly
Yeah,
away or
if-
something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
give me
if
perception
they
real quick
have a
before
general direction, that way I can at least, if we get to a town, we can say, hey, they
Yeah,
did
absolutely.
whatever.
Give me a perception real quick. We'll see.
Yeah.
You are in a forest still.
Okay, well, this will just be added after that.
That's okay.
Nice. 31.
29. Hell yeah. So yes, you see that they moved. I want to double check my work before I say. So now you're gonna put this in your notes. They head northwest. Say northwest is more accurate.
North by northwest.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you for joining us, everybody.
Indeed. Good session, folks. Let's figure out who we're gonna raid. I'm actually gonna put you guys on the map again, like the map.
Map.
But other than whatever RP you guys want to do on the way down, discussing what just happened, or if you want to do anything else about the harpies who escaped, because several of them did escape. We'll cut back to that next session, and then whenever you arrive at the Bertsag family.
Yes, Ellie, sleep well.
Yes,
Yeah.
sleep well indeed.
I'm also a sleepy stout. Yeah.
We're gonna raid somebody real quick and get on out of here.
No! Oh my god!
The sword is not called Setsegia, you fucking fake weeb. It's Tetsaiga, sir.
Oh, God.
For I haven't watched in 20 years.
Years.
It's not even a goat anymore.
Uh,
Oh my God.
It's not even
Anime
legendary.
house. Freaking anime house, man.
You keep saying legend. You just keep throwing that word around. Oh yeah, let's go to the exit screen. Yeah. You don't get our faces anymore. That's right.
wait, let me get that snail. Okay.
We're hidden. Well, I gotta find
Yeah.
a raid.
Did y'all hear that? Or see that?
Oh, did
Yu
guys know
Hakusho's getting a live action.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dear God. Dear
I
God.
don't
I
know
had
how
not
to
seen
feel
that
about
yet.
it. I don't know how to feel about it.
I'm about it. I want to see it. I don't even care if it's bad.
Lost Initiative is streaming, and I'm just gonna say if they're streaming when we're streaming, I'm pretty much always gonna raid them because that's Scott. That's my dude.
No,
I give Scott the love.
Though I think they're gonna be done in like an hour, but I think everybody's going to bed anyway, so we're gonna do it anyway as a kind gesture.
Yeah.
Very sleepy. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for joining the stream.
Yeah.
Good to see you here, David.
Yeah, it
not
was nice.
Not Hyperphase David, but other David, my other friend David.
Yes, not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Fuck you, David. How dare you join this game?
I call Hyperphase David Dave, and I never call other David Dave.
Yeah.
That's the alter ego.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, David, for joining us. David, how dare you join us? If there's any other Davids in chat, let us know.
So we can reprimand you for being a David.
for being able to
Yeah,
not
other
choose your name.
Right. But yes, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And we're gonna bounce out of here. Have a great night.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.